Yo, what's going on, guys? I am Degidio, and we are back with another very special episode of the JAXXON Podcast. We have the greatest co-host in the history of podcasting, Rampage Jackson. We have one of the greatest co-hosts of all time back from Turkey and Dubai, Luke Rockhold, and one of the greatest UFC world champions of all time with a crystal ball on who's going to win the next world championship. At the same time, one of the highest fight IQs we've ever seen, TJ Dillashaw. Good to have you back. I know TJ's under attack right now from a lot of people on the internet.
And he should be, man. He talked about our boy Lionheart, man. And you pissed him off.
Bring it up, but
no, fuck that. Because Lionheart came at me like I was making fun of him, and I wasn't.
You were standing up for him.
Yeah.
But I didn't say nothing bad. All I said was he's not going to be a champion.
That's bad.
What do you mean? He lost, and he lost to a guy that wasn't even near the top, and he didn't look very good. So why am I going to sit here and think a guy's going to be a champion when he lost, he gave up? Like,
I've never seen him give up.
Bro, you have a 2-on-1 with someone on your back, and you're just going to stay on your knees? Would you stay on your knees?
Oh, that's not
you
giving
love
up.
Staying on your knees.
Yeah, you fucked up. I pray on my knees. No, but you know, that's not giving up, is it? Like, that's probably not the same work.
I mean, no man's holding me down.
Yeah, but you weigh 110 motherfucking pounds.
180 right now, dog.
Maybe that's why.
You know,
it's hard to hold that man down.
I've seen you train. You're a great wrestler, you know, and wrestlers, you know, I've seen great wrestlers. It's hard to hold a lot of them down. Yeah. But I don't know his wrestling credentials. But
okay, so it's not about that he's a wrestler or not wrestler. It's the position that he had, right? He had a 2-on-1, guy on his back, doesn't have hooks in. All you got to do is stand to your feet. But he might have been, he took the fight on short notice, whatever.
Yeah.
Got to give him a little credit for that, man. The man took it on, what, a week, 2 weeks notice at most.
So he's probably gassed out, but
it's a bit tough.
I mean, I'm dying.
I think you owe him an apology because
hell no.
Hold on. We are never apologizing for anything on this podcast, and don't start that trend.
No. Because he came.
He's a world champion.
You guys asked me a question. Do you think he's gonna be a world champion?
Don't bully TJ now.
Don't
bully TJ. Don't do that.
Look, you're gonna have my back here.
You asked me a question.
We are all world champions. We're all entitled to our own opinion.
Thank you. The reason why
except
we
for you,
put
Bear.
together this
Except for you, Bear. You could shut the fuck up.
I don't have anything to say on this. I'm just a
boys.
The Three Musketeers and I'm D'Artagnan. Goddamn.
Bro, you guys asked me a question if I thought I was going to be a champion. I said no. And then you're like, why not? It's like he gives up. Like he doesn't have that fight. He doesn't have that dog in him personally. And like I think he admitted it on himself without even hearing our podcast yet. Did a video after that, like, you know, it was kind of like deciding if he was going to continue to fight.
Okay, I just want to say my part. I respect everybody's opinion, but my thing is, with all due respect, I joke around and stuff a lot, and I don't mean nothing I say personal and stuff like that. I don't want the fighters. I feel like they're my comrades. I don't want them thinking like, oh, fuck Rampage, you making fun of me and stuff like that. When I'm not, I just like to joke around and laugh and be entertaining. You know, I don't take personal digs at people unless I don't like them, like somebody like Vanille or somebody else, and I don't even make personal digs about him anymore. So I just don't want the fighters to think that, you know, say I don't respect them or I'm making fun of them, so especially on the show, because we want them to come on the show so the fans can get to know them in a different light besides
You're coming from a good place, and I appreciate you being a good person. This is a whole different Rampage we're not used to seeing. I would say somewhat getting soft, but I don't want to say it. But I do appreciate the fact that you care about what people think now, and it's not for you. You're thinking for others. That shows that you're emotionally vulnerable and you're ready for a girl and you're ready to settle down.
Shut the fuck up.
In terms of the podcast, though, I do want to make it clear. I love Anthony Smith. I think he's a dog. I think he's a great person. I think he's a great analyst and a great fighter. I've never fought, so I don't have a pedigree to say if someone's good or bad, but I will never tell a world champion what to say and what not to say, and we will never censor anybody on this podcast.
Listen, I understand that, but I don't think I'm saying. I got roped in there, and I saw his interview with Michael Bisping, and he's talking about I'm making fun of him, and I wasn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You have to own up to your mistakes.
No, what did I say that was making fun of him?
I really don't think you made fun of him.
Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, but dude, the guy's got to sit there and be like, why are you going to have such... wear your feelings on your sleeve. I mean, he sits there and talks shit on people on broadcast all the time. I'm no stranger to it. He said some shit about me. It's like, whatever, dude. It's like, that's just how I feel. And if you don't like it, if the truth hurts, too fucking bad.
Right. I'm not getting soft, but I want to respect the podcast because how the podcast is going to be successful if we can't get no fighters on because Rampage is going to make fun of me.
Yeah, but you also have to state how you feel too. People value opinion, and you can't shade your opinion just because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. So you got to be true to form, real to yourself.
The podcast is going to be successful if you're truthful.
All right,
that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
And I do want to say something to Luke. I do appreciate you staying like neutral in this for some reason. I don't know why, but the fact is you're a world champion. You're entitled to an opinion, and you're one of the co-hosts back from Turkey and Dubai. So if you have anything to say, feel free to just jump in there and not feel like you're going to get attacked.
I don't think Anthony did that bad.
No, I'm talking about the fight. Why are you still thinking about Anthony?
This fight? What fight?
The fight we're watching right now.
The fight we're watching, I think, is I don't know. Giga, I don't know the last time Giga's fought, but Arnold Allen is always game. He always comes forward, and he's got a good game. He's just a little quiet, so you don't hear too much from him.
So the first fight for our review video, we have Allen versus Giga. TJ, what did you see in this fight?
I think Allen came out with a great game plan to circle away from Giga's kicks. Giga has really fast, powerful kicks. Did a good job circling away from his power. So he keeps circling right. Giga switches stances. He circles left. So he's always circling away from that back leg because you know that Giga likes to throw lead kicks. He doesn't really set him up, and he'll time you coming in or get you standing there just like that. So Allen did a good job circling out of that power. One thing I would add that Allen could have done that would have made this fight a little bit more dominant, he needs to feint, right? He's chasing him down. He's circling. He's not really fainting. He's just kind of coming forward, and then he'll throw one punch at a time. His coach, Faraz, had a really good point in the corner. He's like, start putting 2 or 3 pieces together because Giga does a really good job of judging distance, right? He's a guy that wants to throw kicks, so he needs that distance. You coming forward takes that distance away, but he can circle back. So hitting them feint so you can't judge when you're coming forward, coming back, and then throwing 2 or 3 punches at a time to catch him. And then why he didn't wrestle is I have no idea. Like he should have wrestled for sure.
Oh,
Are you talking about the English guy?
Allen, yeah.
Yeah, he's English.
Well, what are you trying to say about English fighters?
We all know the English can't wrestle. Let's just keep it straight.
I believe he's got better grappling than Giga.
Yeah, Giga's sparky though. You know, I don't know too much about Giga, but he's always like wiry.
Yeah,
gets up. I mean,
I want to visit something, and I want to unpack it a little bit, Luke. You said English fighters don't know how to wrestle. What does that mean?
It's 100% correct.
But they don't have like wrestling in schools and stuff
wrestling,
like we do.
Yeah, like in high school they didn't wrestle. Yeah. No, they're never really big in the Olympic scene in wrestling.
Everyone
do any British go to the Olympics in wrestling?
I don't know.
You never seen it, huh?
I don't think so. I'm not really sure. I don't quote me on that, but I don't really know. Did you guys see that flying knee that almost right here?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, bro, that would have been
was getting off.
If that would have been like an inch or 2 to the right, Allen would have been asleep.
The highlight KO.
Yeah. It was a
that's the problem with Giga. You just never know what he's gonna bring.
Yeah.
Do you think not fighting as consistently as like say, you did or Luke did or even Rampage at that time for a guy like Giga hurts him or helps him? Like, does that help your body stay healthy? Oh, it hurts him.
It gives you a level of comfortability when you're in there more and more for sure. As long as you're healthy.
Yeah, healthy exactly for some most importantly, but like your timing goes away when you're not in there, like dealing with the nerves, like I said, just being comfortable while being in the cage,
confidence.
Confidence was just about to say that. That all kind of like the longer you go in between competition, the longer you have to question your skills and your abilities and getting in front of millions of people and just showing off.
Rampage, did you ever have a unique like game plan on how many times a year you wanted to fight?
No, I didn't. When I was younger, I wanted to stay busy. I used to fight 6 times a year. When I was
that's insane.
Yeah, when I was fighting in Pride.
Thanks.
Yeah, I just wanted to stay busy because you're actually fighting Father Time, and Father Time's undefeated, right? So while you're young, you just want to get as many out there as you can.
Is there an actual amount of time a fighter should be fighting, like an ideal amount of fights they should be fighting a year?
MMA, I would say a good 4 times a year. 3 or 4 times a year.
Once a quarter.
Yeah. While you're young, the older you get, you should probably break it down like 2-3 times a year.
But I guess for you guys too, it's also you're not getting paid yearly like other pro sports, so you want to fight too to make money, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sometimes it just depends on who you are, how much you're making outside the game, how much you're making inside the game. I mean, you got Michael Chandler. He's probably making more money than he's ever made just by sponsorship endorsements, by this whole ideology of fighting Conor McGregor, which never came to form, but it got him quite a few deals.
Yeah, speaking of that, TJ, do you think that the McGregor-Chandler fight's ever going to actually go through?
No.
I don't. I mean,
really?
The signs, all the signs pointing now. I mean, I don't think so.
I saw an interesting post that said if the McGregor-Chandler fight doesn't go through, they should put Paddy the Baddy versus Chandler. We'll talk about that when we get to Paddy the Baddy, but I thought that was interesting. So as we go into round 2, we see Giga throwing, we see Allen throwing, we've seen these guys mix it up a little bit more. Obviously, the fight went to decision, but do we think that there was something one of these fighters could have done better to help their overall performance?
Yeah, I think Giga can get better in a closer range and maybe start developing his hands a little bit better, get better boxing. He's throwing a great crisp jab, but he's afraid to be in that boxing range. And I think it's partly because he doesn't want to get taken down. I don't think he's that great on the ground, so he doesn't want to be that close. But if Giga can get better boxing and with his hands and be in that closer range and not be afraid of the takedown, it ultimately will make him a great fighter because his kicks are super dangerous. But unfortunately for him, I feel like he's kind of like a one-trick pony.
He's a space fighter. He's a creative feints. He works off that all those spastic moves. He's very very springy. He throws those crazy spinning kicks, knees, very elongated movements, and he needs space to do so.
Yeah.
Does the training partner that you have going into a fight really dictate your performance? I saw a lot of posts saying who is he training with, who is his sparring partner, did he train properly? Is that really that big of a mix when you're at this level?
I think so. I tell you from my experience, when I was fighting like Ninja, Shogun, Vanderlei, and Pride, most of my teammates were like jiu-jitsu guys. They wasn't like they wasn't the dogs in the stand-up like I needed. So it could hurt you if you don't get the right sparring partners, in my opinion.
Absolutely it can. I mean, that's why when you get further along in your career and you get a bigger name, you start bringing in fighters for your camp, right? You try to find someone that fights a lot like your opponent and bring him in so you don't feel like the first time you're seeing your opponent is in the cage, right? You're training for it every day. You're visualizing that your partner over here, like Corey Sandhagen for me was Dominic Cruz when I was fighting Dominic Cruz, and I got to see him day in and day out. He moved like him, did things for me that was like him, and I think that helps a lot.
Yeah. Hey, I'll suck it. What the fuck is this we drink? It's
there
good.
We go. It's real good, right?
What is this?
This is our strawberry coconut clear whey protein isolate. So it's got 20 grams.
Lemonade.
It's like 20 grams. Dude, it does not drink like a protein drink. It drinks like an electrolyte powder because we added electrolytes to it as well too. So it's like a Gatorade without all the bullshit. Right? It doesn't have sugar, doesn't have sucralose, doesn't have any of the crap. It's got nothing but
goodness.
Good, yeah, and it tastes amazing. Right now it's our number.
This is how Rampage is getting so lean.
Hey TJ, I'm really good passing the Craig Jones Invitational test, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all third party tested.
This is third party tested.
Yeah, it's all third party tested.
Can I drink this and fight in the UFC?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Informed choice, third party tested. Right now, dude, we've been number one in sales 4 weeks in a row at Sprouts.
And you just launched.
We launched 4 weeks ago.
For real?
So since we've launched, we've been number one in sales.
No way.
Yeah, man.
He launched in like 300 Sprouts across the country.
417.
Thanks for the correction.
Yeah.
This guy's on fire right now.
Yeah.
Everything you do at the highest level. Training, fighting, business.
I mean, if I'm going to be a part of a brand, now that I have retired and I put my focus on something else, if I'm going to be a part of something, I'm not just going to put my face on it. I'm on every call. I'm on every meeting. I'm developing the products, everything, right? So same way I treat a fight camp is the same way I treat business.
I was wondering how Rampage was getting so skinny, so lean.
Man, it's my first time tasting this shit. Why you always trying to take a dig?
Yeah, right, man. I left,
you look like a model.
I left a couple bags here and you drank them all already.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
I did take it.
Yeah, Wild Society.
I did take it.
Why you get mad? Because I say you look lean. We were at the fair. Rampage was pulling all the chicks. And then he was being so, this is the first time I've ever seen him like this. He's like, nah, I don't want to talk to these chicks because I got a girl that I really be focusing on right now. I go, wow, this is a whole new Rampage.
Now you know he's full of shit.
You didn't tell me that?
No.
You said I got this girl that I love.
No, I never told you that.
Yeah, you
shit.
did.
All right. Hey, at least I love women.
All right, we're gonna move on into the middleweight fight.
Rampage, show me.
Hey, just to finish that one off.
About to love.
Alan did a great job. He got the fight done. Moved forward, kept a high guard, won a great fight. Because Giga is dangerous. So, hats off to Arnold Allen. And I love his interviews. I think he's funny.
Yeah, and I want to see Giga back in there though. I like Giga. What did we think about this middleweight fight? Well, a lot of people were talking about Rodriguez going into the fight. There's something about his striking. And if you go look at our JAXXON podcast Discord, there was a lot of people wondering what makes a fighter so dangerous in the middleweight division right now. So I feel like there's a lot to unpack here. I'm excited to hear from Luke as well on this.
He's big.
I was just going to say that. Look at him, dude. He's massive.
Yeah.
He's big. He's tough. And he's just well-rounded everywhere. I mean, I would go over to Florida and I'd walk in the gym and be like, whoa, what are you doing? I'm like, what am I doing, dude? What are you doing? Look at you, motherfucker. I was like, you're huge.
Are you saying you train with this guy?
Bro, I was in Florida.
How is this possible?
Take it easy in Florida. So I would spar. He would be the guy I'd always get to spar because he's the toughest dude there. And he ain't fun to spar. I'll tell you what, he's tough as nails. Everything he does is tough.
He's Brazilian?
And he's just relentless. you see that some of these fights he's getting tagged up, and he's.
I mean, look how much bigger he is than there's Duncan. He's so much bigger than Duncan. In his shots, you can tell every time he lands a punch, it does way more. Even if it's blocked, it does way more damage. Like Duncan's got great movement. He's fast. He's got good angles, but his punches don't mean as much as Rodriguez's do when they land. Duncan does keep his chin a little bit way too high, and which is dangerous when you're fighting Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez is just going to come forward like he is RoboCop. He's never going to stop. He's like a fucking goddamn machine.
What do you think?
But he does like lack like some creativity. You know, I noticed when like where he lost and where I was like somewhat effective with him is just like instinctual creativity because he's a bit of robotic. But I mean, like you said, Bilal Muhammad similarly, they get the job done if they just don't have an off switch.
When you talk about robotics, are you talking about the way he mixes up his combinations or the things he throws or like the same consistency? What does that mean?
Are you talking about being stiff? Or what are you talking about?
He's just here. He's constantly here, and everything is just hard. Everything is consistent, but it's not creative.
Bear, why your eyes light up when he said everything's hard? What?
And he's big.
Why, does that get you excited about a fighter?
No.
Is that something that you like? Because you could unpack that for me, brother. You like when fighters are hard and big and big.
What do you think Rodriguez walks around at when he's not like on weight?
I mean, he looked like he'd be 220 easy.
Big, dude.
I mean, speaking of weight, what are you walking around at right now, TJ? You look like a mutant.
180.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
This is the heaviest you ever been?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you still ripped, huh?
Yeah, I'm like 11% body fat.
Are you natty right now?
No. Why would I be?
What about Luke? What are you walking around at? What are you at, Luke?
I'm 220.
220 and Rampage. What are you at?
Man, it's a really good fight, man.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
I mean, do you say peptides are natty? They're not, right? Because there's peptides that'll be puts like the testosterone I'm on, like it's gonna put muscle mass on me, you know, and keep you lean. But it's a peptide.
Peptides is like natural though, right?
Yeah, but I'm putting more of them in my body. You know, but it's everything around
Rampage. Rampage natty because he's on blue pills.
I ain't on blue pills.
You're on blue pills?
That's some shit Bear be making up.
No, stop. If you consider bacon Western cheeseburgers natty, then yeah, Rampage is natty.
Wow.
What?
I knew.
I do remember Southwest what are those?
Yeah.
Those things are Carl's Jr.
Oh yeah,
you
Carl's
eat those?
Jr. Yeah, Carl's Jr. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't eat fast food. I haven't eaten in a while.
Nice. I can tell you look lean. You have a great jawline.
You've been drinking that Wild Society is why, dude.
Oh yeah.
I saw you take over a UFC gym with your F3 this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look like you were doing anything natty with those girls.
What are you trying to say?
Well, I don't know.
The F3 girls they're my friends. They're fighters.
Oh, okay.
They're good. They're good girls.
Good. I heard you were an HR nightmare though.
No, hell no. I don't mix business with.
That's not what I heard. I heard you got robbed.
Oh fuck yeah! That was at the Vietnamese coffee shop.
You got robbed?
Yeah. I went. My stepbrother was in town. Right. I got a stepbrother with the same name as me. That's a whole different story.
So your stepbrother robbed you?
No.
His name's Rampage?
No, Quentin. Man, his dad married my mom.
Okay.
And
His name's Quentin.
his name is Quentin. You didn't know that?
No.
Wait, that's your name.
My stepbrother and I, we both have the same name, and we're a month apart. I'm older than him by a month. Wow, so he came to visit me for his birthday. Mm-hmm. I took him to a strip club, all this stuff. Blah, blah. But it was Sunday, he was flying out. So I said, hey, let me take you to one of my favorite spots that I go to. So I took him to a Vietnamese coffee shop, and the girls, tits out and stuff. And he was like, whoa, he'd never seen nothing like that before, right? So we just sitting there talking. One of my homeboys show up. He's Vietnamese. He show up, and we talking business and stuff. And out of my corner of my eye, this like middle-aged, skinny Asian dude just randoms walks up to me, and my phone is sitting next to me on top of the charger. And he grabs my phone and looks at it. And for a second, I looked at it. I used to work at a Vietnamese bar, so I thought maybe somebody knew me from the past, was fucking with me or something. And I looked up at him, and something just told me, just watch and see what he do. And he just casually just looked at my phone, thinking about taking it, and put it down, and he grabbed my wands, because you tip the girls' wands. He grabbed my wands, looked me dead in the face like he fucking like the hardest gangster in the motherfucking world with a simple face, looked me in my face and fold my wands up and put it in his pocket and just casually walks off with his hand behind his back like like nothing happened. And my friend was sitting next to me. He heard them yelling at him in Vietnamese. My friend speak Vietnamese. He said, "Oh, don't do nothing to him. He's mentally ill." I said, "Yeah, I know that motherfucker mentally ill. He come taking my motherfucking money." You know what I'm saying? But this shit was funny. That's the most casual robbing that ever happened to me. He stole $17.
Dang.
Hey, Rampage, wait, back it up a bit. You used to work at a Vietnamese bar?
Yeah, I used to work at a Vietnamese bar. That's why I speak a little Vietnamese.
You're a barista? You know what?
I was.
Did you wear a top?
I was a bouncer.
No.
I was a bouncer. I had to work. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. No, I work at a bar and a nightclub.
So these Vietnamese coffee shops, they don't wear tops.
Well, they take them off. They don't wear bottoms either.
Oh, really?
Some of them.
And they come around serving coffee?
Tea. They fill up your tea. You sit down, you order your fucking coffee, and they most of the time they're dressed in, but then they make rounds where they take stuff off.
I think we should ask the JAXXON Discord, as Bear would say, if we should do a live broadcast from Vietnamese.
No, they won't. You can't even take. You won't even take no. You can't even take no picture in there. But my stepbrother, he was like, that was his first time sitting there. He was like weirded out. But I'm glad I didn't get upset though, because I would have felt bad because I was thinking about choke slamming that motherfucker. But then he's kind of like mentally ill, right? Then the thing is, this would make me proud of myself. The waitress got my money back. She went back to him and got my money back, and she gave me his money. His money was with it. And he had I could have came up like a couple $100. He had like a wad of money.
Yeah.
And she just gave me all his money. And I was like, nah, this motherfucker meant to be. I said, this money right here is mine. That's it. That made me proud of myself because I could have Uno-verse card.
I'm going to say it right now. I think RoboCop is a problem for Dricus Duplessis.
Who?
RoboCop.
That's what you call him?
Gregory.
Rewind?
Gregory. He's a problem for Dricus, for anybody at the top. I mean,
I don't know if Dricus is going to be Adesanya though.
That's a tough fight. I just don't know if Adesanya is really does he want it? You gotta want it. Like Leon, I don't know if he really wanted it.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Bad.
Yeah,
but once you've been on top of the mountain for a while, you gotta want it.
Yeah,
and it looks like Adesanya's trying to make it happen, but we'll see.
But your guy RoboCop just got slammed like a little paper.
No, he slammed the other guy.
Which one's guy he talking about? I got them mixed up.
RoboCop's in the white shorts.
The whole time I thought he was talking about the
You
guy.
thought we were talking about the other guy being big?
Yeah.
No, he's way smaller than Rodriguez.
Well, they wasn't right next to each other.
Look at him right now.
Well, now, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he's big, dude.
Who's the other guy?
He's an English guy, right? Yeah, I believe so.
But he looks Brazilian too. Am I wrong?
I haven't watched
black.
I haven't watched much of his fights.
But Brazilians are black.
It's favela one.
Oh, you gonna talk like Anderson Silva like that? Wow.
I'm not even gonna.
It's a general understanding.
No, why you had to go there? Why you had to say that?
They're just born tougher in the favelas. You know what I mean? Hey.
No, that kick. If that would have landed, that would have been such a sick highlight.
That was good.
Yeah, that you guys can't see it, but that spinning back kick from the single leg was actually pretty sick technique. If it would have been a little bit lower, I think it would have landed. It would have been cool.
It's cool to be able to mix in a technique like that from that type of position. We don't see that a lot.
Well, Duncan's athletic, man. You can see the way he's like bouncing around on his feet, his angles, he's switching up. I think he's just getting outpowered, right? He's just getting pushed up against the cage. He's getting hit with bigger shots. He landed a great elbow and cut open Rodriguez, but ultimately I just think Rodriguez, like I said, RoboCop's a tank, man. It's going to be a tough guy to get through. What's his record in the UFC?
I only think he has got one loss to a newcomer out of Brazil. It just kind of caught him on the last minute fight. Young kid just came in, smoked him, but I think that might be his only loss.
Gotcha.
He's tough. He's tough everywhere, and he don't stop. I mean, he's a problem for anybody in the division.
Yo, Vinny, what's his record?
It's like 8-2
in the UFC.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see who he lost to?
Yeah, Bruno Ferreira and Armin Petrosian.
Okay.
He's on a 3-5 win streak.
That's a lot of blood coming from his head.
Oh, he got cut open pretty good.
Why does he keep pointing his hands like to the ref or to the guy? Like it's almost as if he's asking something.
Who, Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Maybe he's holding his glove. A lot of times when you're on bottom and they can't see the glove and you're trying to fight hands, you can put your fingers inside their glove and really pull down on the hand.
You be doing that shit?
If you watch Islam Makhachev, he does it against the cage all the time.
Okay.
He'll fight hands and then he'll pull his hand down and grab right inside the glove. And then he gets some pretty sick trips off it and stuff. But it's really good for hand fighting. It's illegal to get someone else's glove, but you can grab your own glove. Like on a rear naked choke, instead of like gable grip in your hands, come all the way over and grab your own glove and you can pull in a deeper rear naked choke with it.
No way.
You pull your arm deeper so that you can get your hand behind. Yeah.
Have you ever grabbed anyone's phalange?
Phalange?
What's funny about that?
Everyone's got a cup on, dude.
Yeah, well, no one's trying to grab people's piece, dog.
No,
Chill
phalange. Your phalanges.
Your fingers.
Oh, your
And
fingers.
it's fingers, toes, anything, phalanges.
I'm sure I have. You hand fight, right?
You're not supposed to grab phalanges, brother.
Yeah, you probably
Wait,
not.
why not?
It's illegal.
You can't grab like an individual finger. You have to kind of grab them all. Same as like wrestling. But when you're hand fighting and you're like peeling a thumb off or you're peeling a hand off, eventually you kind of get one finger to start and then you grab the whole hand. So I'm sure I have.
Wait, you're telling me, Luke, like when you're in the cage, you don't try to grab people's fingers?
I never grab fingers.
You don't?
I've never been a finger grabber. No.
What about their toes?
Just a toe hold, just one toe.
Generally, not a toe guy. Bear, are you a toe guy?
Well, I don't know. Rampage was telling me one of his biggest, pet peeves is when people spar with him and they grab his toes. I said, I've never had that happen to me.
Are you that foot fetish guy, Bear?
Rampage, are you into feet?
I don't have a fetish.
Why do you keep?
Okay. So,
He keeps swinging it around.
I know. He's always
just
yeah.
well, I'm
take
just
it.
wondering, have you ever
Sometimes you just
put
gotta
your
take it,
hand
man.
in someone's glove?
Can't always give it.
What is this, inside joke day? What is this, inside joke? Wait, do you ever put your hand in someone's glove like that for a deeper choke? Have you ever done anything like that?
No, I never.
No, your own glove.
Oh, your own glove.
So if you're going for a rear naked choke and the guy's like fighting your arm down, you come over, you grab your own glove on the inside and you pull your hand deeper so that you can slide your hand in behind their head.
I've never really seen this, but Craig's always trying to put Islam on blast for like
He does.
He sneaks in.
His last fight.
He done it like one time.
His last fight, he did
one
it.
time he
Yeah.
slipped in, and I think it was more instinctual. But
What did he do?
he slipped in and just caught a hold of the glove and hit like a wizard throw.
He's got it under over on the cage. In his left hand, he's hand fighting over here. And he comes through and he grabs the inside of his glove so you can really pull on his arm and then trips with the outside, the other side. And
It was like, yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
He did it right away. He's able to pull the
Yo,
arm.
can you grab me 2 pairs of our MMA gloves? We're going to have to show some technique after this from TJ.
I don't know. I mean, like, then people blame like Tim Kennedy for like grabbing UL's glove. Like, fuck off. UL's the one who cheated. UL sitting on the stump, pouring ice on himself. I just think I think some things are instinctual, and I don't think they should be like knocked as hard. People get too tinfoil capped.
TJ,
What
real quick.
do they call it? Tinfoil cap?
Like the conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah.
Tinfoil cap.
Like if you're afraid of the aliens and you put tinfoil on your head, it's like
Here's
conspiracy
the
theory.
tinfoil,
you
over my head.
remember the MMA Underground, like that little forum, that old
Yeah.
school forum?
Yeah.
I used to dig in on that one.
Yeah.
Used to be on there.
I was like when I first started, because shit would get real on there.
Yeah.
And you would get like the down low on everything. You don't even know what the MMA Underground do.
Stop, dog.
You don't
I was
even
on
never-
that and Sure Dog when I was 13 years
Bro,
old.
Sure
looking at
Dog, it
everybody.
ain't Sure Dog.
He's trying to be the new MMA underground.
I know, bro. This guy Luke over here, he thinks he's the only one who's ever fought in his life.
No, I found out. Was it yesterday? That Bear been doing MMA since he's 16. Because one guy I work out with at the other gym, Alpha Live, he said, "Hey, can I come to Jackson and come hit the bag and train?" I said, "Yeah, come on." He came and he knew Barry, and Barry used to train with him. I was like, "Damn, bro, I didn't know you were training MMA when you were 16, and you still suck. What happened? What the fuck? Since you was 16? Oh, you're 33 now. You should be good."
It's not for everyone,
Bro,
you know?
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
you
really
facts,
train. I'd walk in there and pretend to train, and then I would go measure people and try to make shorts, and I would like steal all of their shorts and try to remake the shorts. That was the story.
I believe that because you suck at MMA.
And then he made me do 3 rounds with the guys.
They got beat the
And the
shit
guy
out of him.
killed me.
Who did he go against?
The guy,
He's
his
the
name
king of the
Junior.
cage champion.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big guy.
Big
Muay
dude,
Thai
like
fighter.
250. I'm like, yeah.
Sparring against guy 250?
Oh, yeah. And he broke 3 of my ribs.
Yeah, you're gonna get hurt,
He
dude.
dislocated my toe. Did you see the video? They had to chop my toe off yesterday.
Oh, I seen you post a picture of your toe.
Yeah. So
Man, he got wolf toes.
They took
man.
a knife. I have a what?
He got wolf
Does
toes.
he spar with his socks on?
I have what?
He got wolf toes. I thought it was a werewolf.
So you need to
see
clip
that.
your toenails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have a toenail on my pinky toe anymore, and they had to cut the toe off.
Yeah,
They shaved off a big piece of my toe. You're not sorry for that? You're not.
I had nothing to do with that.
You don't feel for me?
No, I don't feel for you, brother.
I'm your co-host, brother.
Man, fuck that. hey, what happened with that robotic fight? How we get here? That robotic.
He won. Decision.
Oh, it was like
Won a decision.
What'd you overall before we go in the Bobby Green Patty Pimlet fight, Luke? What'd you think overall about your boy over there with that robot fight?
I think RoboCop's a killer. I think he's a problem for anybody in the division. I think he gives Dricus fits. I think he's right there for the next number 1 contender shot. I think he's right there. I don't see why not.
No.
But this fight on the
man, this
I just
fight.
don't. Bobby didn't look like himself. He didn't look like he wasn't throwing anything straight, hesitating.
Bobby takes a while to warm up, though. You know what I mean? Like Bobby does take it some time. He gets out there and he like starts talking shit to you, gets warmed up. I think it does normally take him some time to like start feeling himself a little bit and start reading people, you know?
I wonder what he said right there at first when he pointed at him.
Oh, he's always talking shit. The entire fight. Really? I love it. It's awesome. This one really disappointed me, man. I was rooting for Bobby Green big time, not only because he's a Jackson athlete, but just because he's a real one, right? Like he's been in the sport for a long time, taking a lot of big fights. I love the way he fights. I love the way he talks shit the whole time. So I was rooting for Bobby Green. And Patty's just, you know, obviously pretty easily to not like, but that's kind of his, it's kind of like his star powers because he's kind of a dweeb. He's kind of like a dork, right? But he like plays it up. It's gonna pay off for him in the long run.
I thought he was a big fan favorite.
He is. Like people like him a lot, but I think they like that he just lets out his true character of who he is, you know? I was just really rooting for Bobby Green, but
me too. I like them both. I like Patty and but
I don't dislike
but you know what I'm saying, but
he's just easily dislikable.
Yeah, but everybody know Bobby's the boy. He's the homie. He's Jackson athlete, so got to be kind of biased.
He's one of our guys, but King Green, I don't know why you guys keep referring to him as Bobby. His name is King Green. King Green said on his story that he didn't shoot, he just slipped. And then that, caused him to get in a horrible position and fall into that guillotine choke.
Well, I will say that these kicks that Patty were landing were heavy, right? They looked really heavy and they were bothering Bobby. And he caught him in a timing where it did look like he kind of slipped in it. But after he slipped, he continued, which is a natural instinct to continue into the shot because he dove, like he's falling down, you dive into something, he continues. But with knowing like the game plan should have never been to shoot, right? So get in that position should have been fighting hands and get out. But it was fast. I mean, Patty Pimblett's guillotine attempt straight to the triangle choke was very impressive. A sick win for him, and his stock is going to continue to rise because of it.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he is big. Huh?
He's a big boy. You look at him in there; he's definitely grown up.
He looked way bigger.
Puberty for sure.
Yeah, he looked way bigger than Bobby.
I think he was more likable when he was a kid, and he was just this little fat little scout.
He does look pretty ripped.
He looks a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Why do you think Patty Pimblett, for a kid who's just coming up in the game, loves MMA, has great success, why do you think he gets hate on so much? Like, why doesn't the MMA community rally more behind him?
I think that's going to be part of his thing, though. I think I think the same way that people disliked Conor in the beginning until he started backing it up and being more of a G.
Oh, it was.
You know what I mean? Like they did not like him at first, but then they ended up loving him because he can back it up. I think it's the same kind of thing. Like you're going to watch him. You're going to watch someone more to watch them lose than you will to watch them win, I believe.
Oh, there was a slip. I see it now.
So let's look at that again.
I mean, Bobby's hesitating. He's slipping everywhere.
Yeah, you see it. He's trying to kick him back through the calf on the slip. I see it.
Do you see the slip?
I saw this. He was advancing.
Running back, Vinny?
Yeah, he was advancing forward, and he got kicked at the same time.
It was like he was switching his stance or something.
He took a big back
leg.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
I don't know, man. It almost looks like he's timing the kick into a shot. Though we back it up again. It almost looks like he's elevated. He's changing his elevation as he kicks. Go back a little bit further, bud. Right here, watch.
But it did make him like fall.
He did. But watch. He changes elevation as he throws the kick. Boom.
He was trying to block
for it.
No, he was He's preparing. He was probably trying to block it or catch it or something like that. Because those kicks hurting him. They were hard. They were tough kicks.
Yeah.
But what is it about? Like, obviously, he keeps trying to kick his ankle. He keeps trying to kick his calf. It's
just a fucking leg kick in general. Yeah. Let me hit you with a baseball bat in your leg and see how you like it. It's one of those things that you're going to feel, dude. You're going to most things you don't feel in a fight, right? You don't you have so much adrenaline going, you don't feel them, but a really good leg kick,
you feel that
oh, shit. Yeah. It's something you're going to feel for weeks too. It's something you'll limp around on for weeks.
Bro, you feel those
slow
kicks.
Him down.
Yeah, Luke, talk to me about kicking. I know you're one of the best kickers in the UFC's ever seen. What is it about kicking being in your arsenal? Vinny, run that back real quick.
You know what I like about Patty Pimblett right here? He did not break his arm. He literally could have broke it, but he looked in his eyes and he saw it. Like I commend Patty on this because he could have just ripped his arm off. That guy, the ref should have jumped in earlier. But
he's out right now.
Yeah. Is his arm okay?
His arm's fine. He didn't break his arm. His arm was just flexible. But back to your point, Bear, what were you saying? Kicking, Patty's a longer fighter. Bobby's all about movement, so limiting the movement from Bobby, trying to take his legs out, trying to slow him down. Even with Jacare, when I fought Jacare, it's out kicking his right hand. I want to just pin his right hand so he take away his number one offense. So both things is take away Bobby's movement and use his length. He's bigger, longer fighter. Take advantage of the distance and take away that.
It's unfortunate, man, because I think Bobby's our King Green's style is perfect for fighting Patty, right? Like his hands are lower. He's going to be able to avoid takedowns with it. Really good crisp boxing, which I don't feel like Patty Pimblett's boxing is that sharp. He leaves his chin high and he throws combos with his chin high. So that fight could have gone great for Bobby. Just, very unfortunate that he fell into that shot. And Patty Pimblett's jiu-jitsu looks awesome.
Now,
looks really good.
Now, rewind that. Now I see why.
I was just going to say that.
That
you
right
can see
there.
why people don't like him sometimes because he does
that right there. Why is he doing
just
that?
like nerdy shit,
Can you rewind it?
It gets on your nerves a little bit.
Yeah, that was kind of cringe.
Yeah.
Why is he jumping around doing? What the fuck? Is that a British thing that we don't know?
I just think they're singing. Yeah. They're like rooting, they're like saying his name. Like the arena was going crazy for him. But he does like this like funky dance and like he's just silly, right?
I think that's just being British. I hang out over there. They different from us.
Yeah.
We might not, we might think it's cringe, but that's like their shit.
No, I think that's their shit. That's everyone.
Yeah, rewind it to the actual kick. And I want to ask Luke something about this technique because I think a lot of the fans at home too, they want to kind of see this and hear it broken down by these guys. Because a lot of people were saying, obviously, it's a slip. Obviously, Bobby Green said it was a slip. And then a lot of people are just saying, well, that's part of the fight game. Is that just part of the fight game? Or is it really, it's just his mistake?
Shit happens in there for sure.
He stepped in. He stepped in, went for the back leg. The back leg kick is one of the most effective leg kicks in the game. Mm-hmm. Bobby, it's also a hard one to prepare for. He stepped back to prepare to do some kind of attack, and he came into it. And so it just kind of instinctually kind of buckled him and put him down into a takedown, I think.
Here's my thing about it. Pemberton got really, that's his name wrong? Patty the Baddest Pemberton. I'll be trying not to fuck up people's name. Patty the Baddest. He got some real good jiu-jitsu, right? Yeah. To go from a guillotine to
it was slick.
That was slick.
It was very slick.
To what? A triangle?
Yeah.
But my thing is, my triangle defense.
Slam him.
No.
Slam him.
You make him kiss their knee.
He's already out.
Yeah, but
you do, but so he tried doing that, but he circled the wrong way, unfortunately, right? If you circle away from the arm, but it was already too late. Like he was in so deep, it was too late for it. And when I originally,
you still can do it because when soon as somebody put a triangle on you, your first thing you got to do is you got to get your arm away from your neck.
Yeah, you got to remember you're going against someone that's stronger than you.
Yeah, he looked way bigger.
He looked bigger than Bobby. Like he's stronger than you. You can't just like move him and circle over. Like his hips are already over. Like that's a tough one to get out of.
So right here on the kick too, Rampage. What you were talking about with the slip.
Yeah.
Do you think that the decals on the mat have anything to do with the kick?
No, it's the canvas.
No.
It is.
The decals actually help you out more. So you want to fight over the decals. It's the canvas that's just slippery, bro. That canvas is slippery. It's like almost fighting on in the ice rink. Almost.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost like that.
Some of the decals get you a little bit.
Some of them get you.
What do you think?
I like the decals more. That they give me more grip than the canvas.
TJ, any opinion on decals versus canvas versus the cage?
I think it's different now. They've made the decals into the canvas now, so the decals look like they're part of the canvas to where they were back in the day.
There was like a little
they
sticker
were different.
Or something.
Yeah, it was like a sticker on top of the canvas. But now they've gotten it down to where they've made it the canvas, right? It's almost like they're printing the canvas like that. So it's not like a change of texture. Before I came in here, I was saying like, damn, Bobby Green made a mistake where he, dove into that shot and kept going for it, but it happened so fast, bro. Like he got kicked off his feet, he dove, like he fell into it, and then like you fall into that single leg. That's just a natural instinct is to finish the single leg, making a shitty situation into a better one. And unfortunately, Patty was just ready for it. Like that was sick.
He had that triangle tight, so it's easy to panic. And if Bobby Green would let me, I would like to show him my defense, because my defense is not jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You want to train with Bobby Green?
I want to show him my defense to the trainer.
Luke, why are you laughing?
Is that why? Because have you ever seen me get tapped out from a triangle choke in my fight?
But what heavyweights do triangles?
A lot of them. I'm talking when I was light heavyweight.
The problem is he was deep. He was deep in from the guillotine, and he fell to the triangle, and he fell at an angle to where he couldn't get back up. And I mean, got to give it to Patty. Patty owned him from start to finish. He maintained the distance. He had him every step of the way.
Yeah.
What I respect the most out of Patty, and I can't say I love Patty's game. I don't love Patty as a person, but you see him in the triangle. He hits the shots. He converts the arm bar. The ref is late to come in, but Patty still doesn't break the arm. And he holds it with one arm. Like most people would have ripped his arm apart.
Hey,
just go for the finish. But he looked in his eyes and then he asked him after the fight, he's like, how's your arm? I remember I heard him. I was like, that was kind of gangster. I'm not going to lie.
I can tell by the way you laugh when I said that you think I don't know jiu-jitsu.
No,
I can see it in your eyes right now. You think
I think just the angle of what it was, Rampage.
Yeah. I know you're a black belt and all that stuff, but my jiu-jitsu is not jiu-jitsu. My defense to moves is not jiu-jitsu.
You come in with base and structure.
Yeah, but I have deep. The first thing I did was I learned how to get out of shit. The only problem I had to get.
I think we should have Luke throw a triangle on him out here in the cage and see if Rampage can defend it.
I'd be down for that. I'd be down for him to put it.
I don't want to relive that. You know, my first loss in MMA was a power bomb triangle.
No, but I wasn't power bomb.
Yeah, this Fresno State wrestler, like I went up a weight division because the guy was supposed to fight. So I went up to that light heavyweight at Table Mountain Casino, and I was smoking the guy. I was going off on the feet, and I was just going crazy. And then I got spun into a takedown, and I got into a triangle. I was like, I got this easy. And I just fucking locked up a triangle. And I was just so focused on the finish, and I didn't put MMA together. That's the thing. And anything can happen at any time. And the guy picked me up, slammed me on my head.
Yeah.
And I thought I pulled it back, and he got me with a few more.
Yeah.
So I got rampaged.
Before we move on from King Green and Paddy Pimblett, I want to ask TJ, this triangle choke that he's sunk in so deep. Luke, you actually just brought up a great point because he fell at that angle. Yeah. It seems like Bobby couldn't get out of that. And then by the time he was able to sink it in, it was just so tight. Then he goes to an armbar. Yeah. So it's the double whammy.
So what's your question? What's your question?
Yeah, my question was just, is it Bobby falling into the position, or did Paddy's jiu-jitsu just become that good?
If you see his arm, he hooked the leg right away. So he's able to put him on an angle and put him there right away.
It was both because he was going for the guillotine, and Bobby's doing the right job of getting out of the guillotine, getting high with it. But his leg was already over the top of the arm, and so he fell into that angle. Like, it all just happened so fast, and it just shows you how smooth and good Paddy's transitions are. It was a very good technique, very clean. Like, you couldn't have done it any cleaner, to be honest.
Yeah, because I do see a lot of people on the internet saying, "Oh, Bobby lost that, Paddy didn't win it," and that's always a big thing.
No, Paddy won that one.
Yeah.
What you mean? What do they mean, Paddy didn't win?
People are just trying to say Bobby lost it by giving away the position. Like Paddy wasn't that good, and obviously I'm not skilled enough to understand if the technique was that good or if Bobby just gave.
That's just people liking Bobby and disliking Paddy.
Got it.
That was. All Paddy was very clean.
Yeah, and all respect to Paddy. I just wanted to clear it up and see what you guys thought.
Yeah, Paddy fought a smart fight against Bobby Green, and it showed he got good ground game.
Mm-hmm. One of the Discord questions that we got from Salil Goes Hard, it says, does anyone think Paddy will fight for the belt in 2025? Because Uncle Chill said he is 2 away from the shot.
I can see he could be 2 away. If he wins 2 more big fights, he just beat Bobby Green. And he's got a really big name. And if he keeps doing shit like this, 2 fights, he could be fighting for the title. Got it.
And do we see Paddy, like you said, looking bigger and stronger? The weightlifting is obviously helping. His cardio, it looks like his training camp was phenomenal. Like, he's looking like he's growing into his body.
I'm just curious how fat he got this last time. I don't think he probably got as fat because he gets diabetic fat. After his fights, he gets way too big, and I don't know if he did this time. It sounds like he took it a little bit more serious. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious what that looked like. And I think now that he's gonna start getting paid more, he's a bigger name, he's gonna be fighting for a title, start taking this shit a little bit more serious. You know?
I think he was going through a mental health issue or problem, as some people would say, and I feel like he was battling it, and I feel like maybe that plays into it. People stress eat.
What made you say he went to?
Well, he came out and said it. Yeah,
he almost got pulled out of the fights. His coaches tried pulling him out 6 weeks before the fight because he was dealing with some depression or something.
Yeah. But it seems like he was able.
Sounds like he battles with it.
Yeah.
Was he depressed about his fight name?
What do you like? You don't like his name?
He was depressed about you messing up his name.
What's his name?
Paddy the Batty.
So what's wrong with that name?
What's his last name?
Pimmerman.
Pimmerman?
Hold on.
No, that's not his last name.
Luke,
do you know Paddy's last name?
Pimmerman.
Pimblett.
Pimblett.
What is it, Luke?
Paddy Pimblett.
Does he still have his
Paddy
Barstool
Pimblett.
Sports deal?
Pimblett.
Remember when he got $1 million Barstool Sports deal?
What do you mean?
Barstool came out and gave him $1 million. They thought he was the next big thing.
And what happened?
He's doing it.
He went quiet for a while. I think everyone gives Paddy a lot of shit because he had that one fight that he lost, basically, but they gifted him the win.
Oh, that Gordon
Ramsay?
No.
What in the Khaleesi Game of Thrones dragon is coming out of your nose, brother? Why does it keep coming out? How much is in there? Bro, what is going on right now? What are you doing? Is this a magic trick?
It's from the Vietnamese coffee shop.
Dong man.
Wait, what does that mean?
Like, fuck you.
So great. All right, here we go. We got a big one right here. The co-main event, which everybody was absurdly mad about because I guess interim fights can't be the main event. So they have to have a interim champion, which is the co-main event fight before the main event. So
wait, back that up.
Yeah.
So an interim champion can't be the main event?
I guess not. So
I don't know.
If a champion is fighting, then it has to be it has to be the second. But they wanted this to be the final fight. Uncle Chill had a great conversation about this. I know Luke doesn't like when I talk about Uncle Chill, but Uncle Chill said that everybody would rather have watched this fight as the heavyweight fight because they understood what was going to happen. And I guess the UFC put it together this way. So there was a lot of uproar. The Jackson Podcast Discord agreed. They said Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blades should have been the main event, the last card of the fight, because a lot of people were leaving early during the middle of the final fight.
Well, everyone knew the final fight was going to be a snoozer.
Yeah. So as we go into this one, TJ, I know we talked a lot about Tom Aspinall on the last podcast. I know we've had a lot of conversation about him with Francis Ngannou, who was recently on the podcast. Curtis Blade, an amazing college wrestler, an amazing, phenomenal fighter, ranked number 4, interim champion Tom Aspinall. You know, I would say he should be ranked number 1, but I guess it's not. I don't know how that ranking system works.
Hey, how come Curtis Blade looked like a chocolate Neanderthal?
Dude,
my God, Rampage.
I was hoping Blades was going to get it done. I trained with him out in Colorado. He's a very nice human being, really good man, and he is great. He's got some solid wrestling, some great double legs. His striking's gotten good, so I was rooting for him. But I knew this one was going to be tough just because Aspinall's got lights out power. I've watched him fight a little bit, but now obviously I watched this fight because of doing this podcast. And Tom Aspinall is the best heavyweight in the world right now. He beats John Jones.
Hey, I don't know if he beats John Jones. I don't know. This is my first time seeing him fight. But I think Tom Aspinall.
What?
Tom Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall, brother. We got to do the names right, or else no one's ever coming on the podcast.
No, it's part of the thing, dude.
No, I think this fight. I think the ref stopped it too early because those are heavyweights. No, listen, hear me out. Those guys are heavy. The guy was on his back. Blaze, he didn't go flat. His head didn't go flat. He went back flat because Aspinall was on his back.
He was going to take like 10 more unanswered punches if they didn't stop it. Yeah, I agree with you that like maybe because the guy's big and he's on your back that it's going to hold you down as well. But he was going to get lit up.
But those wasn't like big punches. Didn't look like to me. I only seen it once.
Curtis has taken quite a few shots and like he's been out, so that it's not like.
I think it was an early stoppage. They fighting for a damn belt, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
I see what it.
I would have been mad. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the guy.
But dude, look how Aspinall's like light on his feet for a heavyweight. Look at him. Like he could have been a football player, dude.
And that's why he won.
Yeah.
I mean, Curtis is slow and it doesn't react well.
Curtis
when he got hit, they both got hit with shots.
Yeah.
But Aspinall just sprung back and got to him real quick.
I mean, Aspinall's an athlete for being 256 pounds. Like he definitely could have been a football player.
Yeah.
He's big.
I mean,
He's doing Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall.
I mean, part of me wants to say like that. I guess he's more active and he could beat Jones, but I mean, I really do think he could beat them. But Jones is like a hard guy to figure out.
Jones is a different.
He is,
man. When he's standing in front of you and you got to understand like how he's going to game plan for you and wrestling. If he gets a hold of Aspinall, he's gonna out wrestle him. He's gonna take him down. If he takes DC down, he's gonna take Aspinall down.
Poof, poof, poof.
Those were ones of the big shots. He's getting right back up. He was trying to get up.
He wasn't getting up. You
got 256 pounds on your back, just lighting you up. I mean, it's kind of hard. What he should have done was roll into his guard. He's a wrestler, though, and he's not what he's going to do.
That's why I was thinking he should have rolled to his guard.
If he wanted the fight to go longer, he should have rolled to his guard.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but that guy, those punches, he wasn't generating a whole lot of force, was he?
I mean,
I want to see a rematch. I like to see because
I want to see him fight John Jones. I don't want to see Jones Stipe. I want to see Jones and Aspinall.
Well, I'm just saying. I feel like Curtis Blades. I think he deserves a rematch. You know, because he was lighting him up on his feet a little bit. He was doing good.
He was doing good.
He just made one. He got like tripped up. He hit him with a good shot and it threw him off balance a little bit.
It was the jab, yeah.
But look, he's just off balance. I
agree.
He's not hurt. And then Aspinall, he hauled ass over there to him and
Aspinall
jumped on.
hauled ass.
He did.
Aspinall, he hauled ass.
Bro, this guy is like one of the most athletic heavyweights I think the division's ever seen, right?
He's very athletic, yeah.
100%.
I mean, he's got to be one of the.
I mean, how could you not say that you want to see the interim champion fight the champion? Like, how are they going to make John Jones and Stipe fight each other still? It's asinine to me. It's asinine that Asinal is not getting his ass that title fight. You know what I mean?
I'd rather see Francis and him go than John.
Who?
I think him and Francis would be a fun fight.
Francis Ngannou versus Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
Wow. Luke should be a matchmaker. That's
that would
actually
be
a great
insane.
fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
Much more intriguing, I think, than John.
you guys have all been champions. What is your opinion on this interim champion thing that's going on right now?
It sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Like, should they be co-champions?
No, it sucks because like when there's two champions that are active, they should fight each other. It doesn't suck if they fight each other, but they're not fighting each other.
They're not active. John Jones hasn't fought in a long time.
He's on the roster, right? Like he's on the roster
one time at heavyweight.
Yeah, I know.
So what should be happening, Luke, in your opinion?
I mean, at this point, you just kind of you give it to Aspinall.
Aspinall.
What do you mean, Luke Rockhold?
I think he's. I mean, I questioned it at first, but I mean, like now he's the only one
To fight Jones,
really fighting right now, and I think he's the crazy. He should be technically declared the current champion.
I still think he should fight Jones. Think how much money he's going to
Yeah,
make.
but
if he
Jones
fights
ain't gonna fight him. Jones will not fight Aspinall. Think about John Jones. John Jones has beaten everybody. He's the most legendary career. He's never lost to one person. The most dangerous fight of his whole career is right here in front of him.
Yeah.
Is Aspinall with no reward. Why would you fight Aspinall and not get and risk your whole legacy for a fight that, or you could fight Stipe, you know you're gonna beat him, and you secure your heavyweight championship.
I understand that, dude.
He ain't gonna do that.
It sucks for the sport.
I was agreeing with him till he disrespected my homeboy Stipe.
Yeah.
I was agreeing. You disrespected Stipe.
I like Stipe.
I'm
my
with
boy
Rampage
too,
on
but
this
I
one.
don't think Stipe beats John Jones. I think
Stipe's an amazing
It
human
would be
being.
an amazing fight.
Yeah, it's great. Stipe has a chance to beat John Jones.
Is John Jones a GOAT? Yes,
a
but
chance.
can Stipe have a chance? Of course. He's
Yeah, of
one of the
course.
best heavyweights ever.
Yeah.
But
What
does
are you
it
talking about,
but
Luke Rockhold?
Does that fight make sense? It does not.
Hater.
That fight does not make sense.
It does. It
my
does make
God.
sense.
How not, TJ Dillashaw?
Because you should be fighting Aspinall, bro.
Who?
John Jones. He's the champion.
John
be
Jones
fight-
should fight Stipe.
He should. Stipe been waiting
Stipe
for fighting
wanted to
John
fight.
Jones for a long time.
Thank you, Rampage
Calm
Jackson.
down. Calm down. Is Stipe Miocic the interim champion?
Is he?
No. So who's the interim champion?
Who's it?
Tom Aspinall.
Aspinall.
So who does the interim champion usually fight?
The champion.
Exactly.
Who's the
motherfucker.
who's the champion?
John Jones.
He's the champion heavyweight.
Yes.
Where he get the belt from?
From beating Cyril Gahn.
And where'd he get the belt
Where
from?
does Cyril
Cyril
go?
Gahn didn't get the belt. It's because Nagano left.
And then who didn't Ngannou get it from?
What?
Who didn't Ngannou win the belt from?
Got it from Stipe. What are you talking
Thank you. God, we're investigators. We do this for real day in and day out. I'm a podcaster, brother. I got lineage. I'm like an ancestry.com. I will find it all the way back, all the way forward. Helio Gracie.
MMA math
Carlson
don't work
Gracie.
like that, man. It's who's got the belt and who's the interim champion. And that's the biggest name that Tom Aspinall can fight right now to make the most cheddar. That guy should get a payday.
What do you mean?
Hey, this is not
Pay-per-view.
MMA anymore.
Stipe deserves the payday.
This is boxing now. It's getting into the boxing realm where they're choosing their fights.
No,
Yeah.
They hit what they
Stipe
want.
deserves the Stipe deserves a shot.
Yeah. So what you think?
What
Stipe-
should have happened was when John Jones got injured, is Stipe should have fought Tom Aspinall.
Cyril Gahn has turned down a fight against Tom Aspinall because
course
he's
he did.
shooting a Netflix movie.
Oh, dope. Good for him.
Odd excuse. Cyril
That's
Gahn's
not
a
an
monster.
excuse. That's awesome. Maybe he's getting paid really well.
I mean, that's just
You
odd.
get paid to be in a movie rather than getting punched in the face.
So
Let's
what?
do it.
Okay,
So what?
let's
Who
put
should
this one-
Stipe fight? Who should Stipe fight?
Well, now, I mean, if they waited this long, Stipe should fight Blades.
Stipe should fight Blades. I think Pereira should fight Gahn. Pereira and Gahn would be a badass fight.
That would be a badass.
I don't know why I want that fight,
Pereira
but I
and
want
Nagano?
that fight.
Nagano?
No, Gahn. Cyril Gahn.
Oh, Cyril Gahn, yeah.
Cyril Gahn and
Definitely,
Pereira
yeah.
is the fight to make.
That'd be sick.
And then Pereira wins that one. You give him that heavyweight title shot.
Is he a kickboxer by trade or what is he?
Yeah.
Cyril Gahn, he's just an athlete. He's just
He's
a
very
fucking
good. Yeah, he's another guy that bounces around his feet like an athlete. Yeah.
But
That
what
would be a
happened when
good
he
fight
fought
'cause-
John Jones?
Well, John Jones.
No, because John Jones took him down, submitted him.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But I don't see
Athletes and wrestlers are different.
doing that.
Who?
Alex-
Padilla?
Pereira.
Padilla.
My tongue
There
don't
we
work.
go. That was
Who are you
decent.
talking about?
Pereira.
Alex Padilla.
Alex Pereira.
Alex Pereira.
I don't see him taking him down and submitting him. I
Alex
think he
Pereira
goes,
is probably the second in command in the UFC right now. He's probably the second most dangerous fighter in the UFC, and number one
What
would be
he's
John
saying
Jones.
is he's not going to submit him.
yeah. So I think
He's
that'd
going to
be
hit him
a
with
good
the
fight.
left hook.
I
He's
think
a
that'd
black
be-
belt. Well,
No,
go
they're
with
gonna
Teixeira.
bang. Those dudes are
They're gonna bang.
He just got it after the fight. TJ
I think that's
Dillashaw.
kind of like a joke.
Hey,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is it true that Alex got hurt by Sean Strickland?
Oh,
They did some sparring
he did
recently,
some
right?
sparring. I don't know if he got hurt though.
recently.
I don't know if he got
They
hurt.
posted about it, but I didn't see him.
Wait,
get hurt,
after?
though.
Yeah.
Just
Sean Strickland.
recently.
Sean Strickland was doing sparring on Friday, and Sean Strickland and Piera was supposed to be in here sparring.
Padilla.
Piera.
No, Padilla.
Paella.
Paella, like the beautiful food you get in Spain, huh?
Yeah,
There we go.
potato.
Paella.
Yeah, potato.
And so, what? Paella just
Yeah, potato.
Potato chips.
Potato.
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 Alex Potato.
Potato.
Stop.
So you're saying Sean Strickland hurt Pereira?
Yeah, and then I don't know if you heard him, and I don't know who actually hurt each other, but I know someone got hurt in the podcast and it happened.
Nah.
What do you mean?
No,
Luke?
true story.
Luke,
And
why
true story?
Yes.
It was on my schedule. Alex Pereira was supposed
why
to
are
be
we in
here.
here talking about practice?
Yeah, why are you getting
Why,
upset,
no,
Luke?
you
Talking about
guys.
practice?
No, him is getting upset.
No, because
No.
Alex Pereira is supposed to be. He's supposed to come and do a
Pereira.
podcast.
Okay.
He's supposed to do a podcast.
Yeah.
But it got canceled, and they showed me footage. Oh, he got hurt, which sparring with Sean
he
Strickland.
didn't get hurt.
That's what I was told.
He's probably like, man, I don't want to come in here and Jackson's gonna mess up my name.
Yeah, you may have a point.
Like what kind of hurt are we talking?
Heard somebody's about his
His
ankle.
feelings.
Yeah,
Ankle. Ankle's acceptable.
yeah.
I'm finding out right now. I'm texting everybody right now.
Because you know
to
who's
figure
good friends with him? Gabe.
Gabriel
And-
Silva.
Gabriel Silva.
They used to train together, and Khalil Roundtree and Anderson Silva. All four of them were training when Alex first got here in, I think, Venice Beach or somewhere over there.
Khalil Roundtree was here?
He was on the podcast with you, brother.
Talking about in town that time. What you talking about?
That time.
In town with Alex Palet?
Oh, no. But he is coming in town to train, and then he's going to be on the podcast.
Oh, he could be on
But
podcast.
back then, that's where they all met each other. Because Anderson Silva is training with Roundtree and Alex Pieta.
When's Chael coming?
Uncle Chael? I asked him to come on, but he never got back to me. But he sent me this video. You want to see the video? He
No,
sent me?
I don't want to see the
my
videos.
God.
You
Wait,
want
hold
Chael
on.
be
Before we
sending
go to
each other.
the last fight of the card.
Chael gave you his number?
Yeah, I talk to him all the time.
That's scary. I'm not sure that's a good idea, Chael.
Why? Wait, what do you
Because he
mean,
goes
why?
to sleep listening to your podcast, dude. on
It's the
full,
funniest
on full
podcast,
blast.
and it's the only way you can keep up to date. I got to salute Uncle Chael. The guy has the best MMA podcast, probably besides us and Joe Rogan.
Okay, and the reason why he gets
Why does he get mad when I talk about Uncle Chael?
the reason why he's got so many views is because he says the most asinine shit. You know what I mean? Like you're so worried about hurting feelings. That's why he gets so many views because he just says shit. You know
He
what I
hurts
mean?
everybody's feelings.
Yeah, he don't give a shit.
I think most fighters don't watch his podcast because how you gonna sit there and watch him just talk by himself?
Yeah.
All time, greatest of all time. Yeah, no, that's right. Yes, GOAT, correct.
Who's the GOAT?
No, I call him Goat. I'm like, Goat, what's good? You have time to talk? And he goes, Goat, G-O-A-T, Goat. Greatest of all time. You want to laugh so bad. You're the one who tells me it's funny. I think he's the funniest dude.
He is funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Why do you get so mad when I talk about Uncle Chael?
I love Uncle Chael. Chael's my boy.
Yeah,
I
he's
get
funny.
the most random text from Chael sometimes. Just out of the blue. Uncle
Sending him a
Chael.
photo of you, and I'm saying you're being a hater.
Bro, I remember I was going to Tiki's gym to go do sparring before one of my big fights, and I get a phone call from Chael. Like, right, I'm getting out of my truck, and I'm about to go
Don't
into
be
the
telling
gym.
Uncle Chael I'm a
and
hater.
I get a phone call from him, and I look at it, and I put it in my pocket, and I don't answer it. He's sitting at, like he's filming me or looking at me from the car. That I just like put the phone in my pocket, and he comes out, I was like, "What's up, dude? You're so fucking sending me to voicemail."
Don't you hate when that happens?
It's like, damn, dude, I'm going into practice. It was nothing personal, you know? Like, it's like, fuck, Chael's calling me right now. I'm going into practice. Like, I got practice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he sees me put it in my pocket, look at my phone and put it in my pocket. It was bad.
Bro, that's a Larry David moment.
Kirby enthusiasm? Yeah, that shit's funny, dude.
Oh, he hit me back. He said Luke's one of his favorites of all time. God damn it, Luke. I hate that.
I love Uncle Chael. Give him my love.
Oh, now he loves Uncle Chael. You know what's No, bro. No. The whole podcast.
Uncle Chael's always had my back.
The whole podcast
Uncle
gonna
Chael's
watch.
always had my back.
The fact that you just switched up on me like that, the whole podcast is going to see that. I'm going to send him a photo of TJ, see if he says TJ is one of his favorite of all time. Yo, this is what makes the podcast so much fun because, like, there's no media, there's no sponsors. We literally could say whatever we want, do whatever we want. And this is what I love about it. The whole community is one team. Listen, this is the big one right here. I got Salil goes hard. Our last Discord podcast question. It says, does Rampage think that the time difference makes a big difference in fights? It was 3:30 a.m.
Don't steal my answer, bro.
When this main card started.
Don't be steal my answer.
Absolutely.
Rampage Jackson, you answer first. And then
I can't steal your answer because I was thinking the opposite of what you was thinking. Yeah. My son and I was talking about this today before I came over here because my son been staying up late at night, and sleeping throughout the day.
Yeah.
He still sleep at 1 o'clock. I'm like, get the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And
how old is he?
He's 24.
I mean, yeah.
I know, but we was talking about it, and I thought that that the American fight was at a disadvantage because of the time change. But then you made a good point.
Yeah. So think about it. So they're doing the whole card on the U.S. time zone, right? So if you are Leon Edwards, you're living life over there. You're waking up in the morning, maybe you got kids, you got your family, you got shit you got to do throughout the day. Business is open, whatever it may be, it's open from, morning to night, right? So you're living that normal life. Then all of a sudden you got to switch it up at the end, right? And now you're like so fucked up. You're fighting at like 4 a.m, 5 a.m. or something to where you should have been asleep because that's how you've been living life. But here in the United States, we're training during the time that they're showing the fight. So for us, going over there, just stay on the same time zone. Don't switch nothing up.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but think about this. If in the UFC, what they get to the fight destination on a Tuesday, if they fight on a Saturday, just if they get there on Tuesday, so by like you get jet lag and stuff like that. So at least by that Friday, they're just now getting acclimated to the time. So it works if they've been training at 3 a.m. while they over there in the UK. But if they hadn't, it is going to affect them.
I see what you're saying, but you only get jet lag when you try to switch up your time zone, right? Like if I fly to UK and then I try to get on UK timing, that's going to fuck with me. But if I fly to UK, but I stay on my same time zone, you don't get jet lag. Like you stay on the US time zone because that's when the fights are happening. So you get on the flight, you just continue life as normal.
I know, but you got to go with the sun though. And I'm talking about that light. You rise with the sun. You go to the sun.
Of course. But when you're getting ready for a fight, you always try to peak your body for when you're fighting. Like when I'm fighting East Coast, I don't train. Like I do my jiu-jitsu at like 8 to 11 o'clock, right? Like because I'm fighting in New York, right? So it's going to be a different time zone. So I'll train later here because it's going to be fighting over there and fighting main events, So you always train your body for when you're going to fight. And for us, it's easier because we're going to fight U.S. time zone.
So you saying that the American fights didn't have a disadvantage?
No, I think that had an advantage.
I think they had like a slight disadvantage.
I had a slight disadvantage.
You guys are crazy.
I got to go Rampage on this, and I never go with you on anything.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go the same route. I think you can. You're there, and you can adapt your training. Obviously, you're going to fight in the morning. You're going to fight at that time, so you just start adapting that a couple weeks before.
Okay, so what about
like flying in and having to do a new adaptation, double adapted. Basically, you're going to get in
adaptive.
Adapt because you're going to get in 2 weeks before, maybe a week before, and you're just going to if you go a week.
Couldn't disagree more.
Think about straight into it.
Think about normal.
I think the worst time to do it is fighting in the middle of the day. I had to fight in Australia. I fight Yoel Romero I had to go to the arena at 11:30 a.m. in the morning. So I limited my recovery time for my weight cut. That was horrible. That was like, there's something about not getting your mind right. I like to brew on it for the whole day. I want to get
for this situation in the UK. We had an advantage. Leon Edwards has to live life in the UK. He has to get up in the morning. Maybe you got to take your kid to school. You got business you got to do. You got sponsorship stuff. You got practices, like your gym's open at certain times of the day. So you're living life at a normal time zone from 9 to 5, right? It's not 9 to 5, but 9 to 5 job, right? Then all of a sudden you want to switch it up towards the end to where you got to switch up your time zone. Like us, we're staying on the same time zone the entire time. We can wake up, we can do our business. I can take my son to school. I can make breakfast. I can do whatever I'm going to do throughout that day. And it's a normal time zone for when I get over there because we're fighting on our time.
Does Leon have kids?
I don't know. I'm just making examples.
I have to go with Rampage on this. I think by the fact of him being much older than all of us and having years in the game.
He can't even pronounce his name.
No, Rampage has experience far
any of them.
I know how to say Leon Edwards.
Okay, Bilal Muhammad.
Say Vanderlei's name.
Yeah, what?
Can you pronounce all your kids' names?
Fuck yeah.
Say Luke Rockhold. Just
say Bear's last name.
That's coming out. He called me DiGiorno at the fair. I said, "Why?" He goes, "Because you was hot and ready." I go, "That is weird. That is so weird, Rampage."
Keep that in, please. Keep that in.
That is so weird.
What would you have done though? Would you have went there 2 weeks earlier or just
when I fought in Abu Dhabi? I went 2 weeks before the fight.
And I'm saying, but if they have to fight at 3 a.m. in Abu Dhabi, you got to fight at 3 a.m. What would you have done?
Abu Dhabi, we trained late, and so I stayed on the U.S. time zone. I went there to get adapted to the heat. There's being the flights, the travel. You never know what's going to happen. So I went over there 2 weeks before the fight, but I always trained the time I thought I was going to fight. So if I was going to fight at 1 a.m, the UFC gym stayed open for me, so I trained at 1 a.m.
So you would have got there 2 weeks earlier, or would you got there the same time that they normally get there, like the Tuesday before?
I would have went early for this one too, but I still would have been. I would have been training at 5 a.m. I would have been going to bed
every day for 2 weeks. Would you would have got there what 2 weeks in advance?
I would have got there 2 weeks in advance. Yeah,
2 weeks in advance. So the moment you got there, you start training at 5 o'clock every day.
I would. Though you don't understand is it's the same time zone as the U.S. My training would never change. It'd be on the same 24-hour as the U.S.
for 2 weeks straight.
But he would have trained at 5 o'clock.
What else are you going to do there?
But listen, he would have trained at 5.
I'm there to fucking whip ass. I'm not there to hang out and see the fucking city. I'm there to train for my time, and I'm going to fight.
Yeah, you understand? I understand.
I would do the first week. I would do the first week of just adapting, and then the second week I would start adapting to the time zone. That's just how I would, because like for sanity reasons, for 2 weeks straight, I would try to just calibrate my body.
But I'm not saying I'm a fucking psychopath, dude. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, me too. We're all a little.
So you didn't sleep for 2 weeks?
No,
what? He didn't say that. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. You would have got there.
So when did you sleep?
Okay, so I always do the 8 or 9 hours of sleep, and I'm going to do it on the same time zone of what I'm at now, because that's when they're always going to show the fights U.S. time. So we have an advantage because we're fighting U.S. time. So stay on the time.
I understand what you're saying. You would have got there, but you would have trained at 5 a.m. British time, because the fight would be around about that time. I understand, and that's more like American time.
Yeah,
I understand that. Exactly. But you would have got there 2 weeks early.
Sure,
and you wouldn't have had one pair of fish and chips.
It's probably not.
After the fight,
I wouldn't eat fish and chips now, dog. Like, you see these abs? You see these abs?
What after your fight? Do you crave anything after your fight? What do you eat?
Yeah, I'll probably like cheat for a week, maybe.
What's your go-to cheat meal?
Just like pizza. Just carbs.
You can eat pizza, but you ain't getting no fish and chips?
Delivery or DiGiorno?
Come on.
After my fight?
Come on, DJ.
Why are you obsessed with fish and chips?
Fish and chips.
But you don't like UK fighters. It's a weird thing you have. Like, it's like a love-hate relationship.
English, dog. Hey, fish and chips. I went on a fish and chips little spree.
I would drink some.
Last time I was in London, I had to go.
Hey, you are
That's
a little
the best thing they got out there, though, the fish and chips.
What do you crave?
100%.
After my fights? It depends on what I'm feeling.
What do you feel like, Rampage?
Carbs and sugar.
Yeah.
Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm. I be eating loam. Vietnamese loam.
What is that? What is that? Like the banh mi, like the sandwiches?
Yeah.
What about you do boba?
No.
No?
No boba. I don't
Nothing.
Like,
we don't like balls in our mouth.
Yeah, I don't like balls in my mouth, Bear.
Bear loves his boba.
Wait, what about like a spicy tom yum soup?
No.
Some young guy.
We'll keep going down this route.
I'm gonna tell you what I eat from Vietnam. I eat pho, and come by loop lock.
What are those?
Chicken pho.
Okay.
And I eat the it's like the little steak squares with the rice.
Filet mignon bites.
You know, it's like a little steak and rice and
Oh, I got a place right down the
called
street.
Come by Loop Lock. He just like it because the first name in is Come.
No.
That's rice. That's how you say rice in Vietnamese, Come.
Oh,
Cum?
really?
Yeah.
They eat a lot of cum.
Rampage, I want some cum.
What'd you say? You want
like
what?
the rice? I take that part out because that's gonna get clipped.
No, it's a short. That's a short.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Hey, so last question for TJ before we move on to this final fight, and I know we're getting ready to wrap this up. Monkey Muzz _ in the Jackson Podcast Discord said, "What do you think of Tom Aspinall waiting for the winner of the Jones versus Stipe fight? Your final answer on that is what?"
Yeah, wait for the fight.
All right.
That's your biggest payday. You're fighting John Jones. As long as John Jones don't retire, like that's your biggest payday. Right?
I love it.
Don't wait.
Okay, we're gonna go to the final fight.
John ain't fighting you. That's just the straight up honest answer.
That is that's the biggest thing.
You know what, dude? Before we say this though, does he even like need to? Is it even warranted? He's done so much in his career. Like, I feel like the guy should be able to do whatever he wants at this point.
That's what I'm saying. John will not fight you. Don't wait. Just fight. Just live your life and stop waiting like Michael Chandler for
They
Conor
should
McGregor.
put him on the card with Jones and Stipe. on the same card and fight under, so at least he can get the pay-per-view buys.
They should put John and Connor and Michael Chandler and Aspinall, and then Aspinall and Michael Chandler end up fighting each other. It's perfect.
So as we go into this final fight, thoughts on Bilal, coming into this fight, and then you have Leon Edwards coming into this fight, both very loud going into this. The press conferences, the way they were talking about each other, they both walk in with these gold gloves. First of all, do you think that if you don't have the belt, should you be able to wear the gold gloves?
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
I just don't like the gold gloves.
I don't like the gold gloves either. They should go black gloves with gold UFC.
That's cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey,
Yeah,
TJ.
I back that.
Yeah.
TJ, I could get behind that.
Yeah.
Get behind that around.
Bro, going into this fight, you just know it's going to be a snoozer, unfortunately, Like,
Why are you saying that?
Why you know that?
okay, here's a stat that I saw after the fight is that Bilal Muhammad's got 4 hours and 17 minutes and 38 seconds in the cage of the UFC and has 0 knockdowns. He hasn't knocked down anyone in 4 hours and 17 minutes. Doesn't mean what he does isn't effective, right? He's very good at it. Like, he fights like Khabib, right? Like, he goes out there, shows his dominance. He's aggressive. He shoots shots, but it's just not a fan favorite. It wins. It's effective. Congratulations. You're a UFC champion.
Doesn't he have a TKO to Sean Brady?
I don't know.
Yeah, and Habib's finishing rate is like second to none. So
I'm not talking about Khabib. I'm talking about Bilal Muhammad.
I know you're just comparing him to Habib, but Habib's finishes fights.
Yeah.
Bilal, who is Bilal's 3 losses to? It's Vincente Luque, Leon Edwards, and who's the third?
The third loss is to Jeff Neal.
Jeff Neal?
He's got 4 losses. 3. Oh, no, that's not UFC. Yeah. Jeff Neal, Leon Edwards, and Vincente Luque.
He's got a very strange career because he was just like this his whole career. Came down, came up, and all of a sudden this dude just rose to the top. Like, and he didn't seem to get a lot better. Or like he doesn't have that highlight finish. He doesn't have like the crazy things. He just got tougher. And
he's good.
It's hard to explain.
He's very
What makes
good.
him so good, TJ?
His pace, for one. He's in very good shape. He looks strong. His grappling, his wrestling was very impressive, especially in this fight. And he's just always in your face. He's pressure. He's not scared of what you're throwing at him. He's going to take you down. He's going to impose his will of the fight. From what I've seen from his fights. Yeah. But I will say that Leon Edwards looked like he was asleep this fight. Like in the corner throughout the fight, had no urgency. Like, you're down 3 rounds, you better like let it go. And there was just, I don't know, man. He just looked out of it. He did not look like Leon Edwards.
It's hard to say because look at Bilal right away. He's just rushing him. It's so hard, and he shoots in on a heavy takedown.
That was a slow shot too.
He didn't throw one punch beforehand, but he's impressed. Like, he was able to lock his hands, like get the takedown. Like,
Rampage, why do you think it was slow? Just the way he was moving?
Did you see how he took that shot?
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything bad about him.
Yeah.
He's a better wrestler than me, I'm sure. My old college
faked overhand. But
my old college wrestling teammate trains with him.
Really?
Yeah, Lewis Taylor. He's in his corner. So, Lewis told me he's a great guy and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, that shot, like, it was wildly telegraphed. But, you would think Leon Edwards would be working on a lot of wrestling, being a great striker.
Yeah, I mean, I think the champion, like Luke said, Leon Edwards, looked a little flat. I mean, it just seemed, and TJ, I know you talked about this earlier.
He looked like asleep.
Just seemed like he didn't care. He didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Even when he was sitting on the stool in between rounds.
Like, his coach was having to yell at him in between rounds to try to get him motivated, which I'm not saying that's always the best way to do it. Like, Bilal Muhammad's corner was perfect. It was tits. Like, the way he was talking to him was awesome. But, like, Leon wasn't going for it. It just didn't make sense to me. Like, he seemed asleep.
You think he was like upset that he had to fight at 5 o'clock in the morning and was negative about it and then didn't take time to like train at 5?
Yeah. I'm not in his head. I couldn't tell you, but I will tell you that the 5 a.m. can't help. It definitely can't help. I mean, how are you supposed to be? I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I would have been negative about, damn, I got to fight at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if I've been negative or let it bother me.
Yeah,
and you got to fight Bilal Muhammad of all people. This dude's just never going to stop.
Yeah.
It's not like going to give you the most recognition. Nobody really, he doesn't have a massive following. So you're not going to get, you're not going to get a big check for pay-per-views or anything like that. It's just like, this is a tough fight to take.
Rampage, you never had a fight late night in Japan?
No. Fights over early. If I can remember, like we be at it about 9 o'clock sometimes. We used to go to the arena probably like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I remember, eating breakfast and stuff like that.
See, they don't care because they're not U.S. based televised fights, right? They're doing the fights over there, and their biggest population of watching the fights is over there, so they don't have to fight U.S. based time.
Yeah, and it was always on Sundays, the days where people was off. That's how Pride always had those big crowds, because most people don't work on Sundays over there. And it was during the day. The first fights start earlier, and then the fights would be done by 9 o'clock.
Bilal's been training a lot with Khabib, right, Luke?
No, I don't believe
they've trained before.
He came to AK once, and he's been training. Just
I thought he
popped in and out.
I thought he went to them over there.
Yeah,
his country, Dagestan or whatever.
I saw some posts of him with them.
Over there.
I don't think recently. I don't think for this camp.
No, not for this camp. I think the camp before.
Maybe. Yeah,
I believe so.
Hey, do you guys think Bilal go to a black barber?
He's lined up.
He needs to get lined up better.
No,
he needs to get that spray
Like,
on the back.
no, he got a cool cut. I like his cut.
Yeah.
You talking about Leon Edwards, huh?
Oh, Leon, he's got a little spot too.
I can't talk. I'm bald. I don't talk about that.
What is it about a champion, like say for example Leon Edwards, that the internet says like he's not a good champion? Like what does that even mean? Like the guy won the belt and had the belt, and
people are just assholes.
Is that all it is?
I mean, come on. We have some hard fan base about it. I mean, you can tell someone he's not a great champion. He's a champion. Like Bilal Muhammad, he's a champion. Like
they're not going to love this one. People wait till you hear all the people talk about Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah, I mean,
there's going to be haters
for 100%. But if you got haters, you're doing something right.
So that's a good shot. When he took that shot right there, now he set that up. Except for the first shot he took.
His first shot he took, he faked an overhand left first.
Okay,
Get him to put his hands up and then shot the shot.
Oh, okay. So I take that back. What I said.
I saw a lot of comments saying that Bilal Muhammad reminds people of Tyron Woodley having the championship belt, where the way his fight style, the not stalling, I don't want to say stalling, I don't even know the right word, but just kind of like the technique of whatever it takes to win, not really for the show, more about just controlling the guy the whole time. Is that true?
I mean, he's got a good jab and stuff, but yeah, he's not looking for the finish. He's never a guy that's going to be looking out there for the knockout or looking for the finish, looking for the bonuses. Like, I remember when Dana says he's going to do $100,000 bonus, and he's over there cheering. He's like, you're not going to get one of those.
Damn.
Did he get one of those?
No.
I don't think so,
Damn,
right?
He ain't coming on the
No bonuses coming.
Well, dude, I'm not going to tell you how I don't, like, he's great. He won the world title. He's done something people can't fucking do. He's a 1%er. He's done a very good job, but he's not going out there trying to knock you out. Like when I was fighting, I always was the guy who was like, I want to knock someone out. I want to finish the fight. I know you fought that way. I know you fought that way. Like looking for a fight, like exciting fights. That doesn't cross his mind.
Some people have to play the cards they're dealt.
Right, because you got knockout power. He might not have knockout power.
He could if he trains it. I mean, he's a very stacked guy.
I think either you got it or you don't.
You really believe that?
Yeah.
You don't think you could teach someone how to have knockout power?
No, I think you can enhance knockout power, but I think either you have it or you don't.
What do you think, Luke?
I agree. I mean, there's a looseness to it. Like it doesn't matter how much muscle you have. Muscle just means you're pushing your punches. You have to have that looseness and that. I mean, some people can develop power. But some people can't. Let's just keep that straight. It's like you can develop power. Some people are very natural at power. They have the looseness to it, the dead weight.
This was sick. Bang! Right on his head.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, after this,
we saw powerful in wrestling.
After this, we saw Leon really kind of take a step back. Do you feel like that kind of cranked him a little bit?
I wouldn't say.
No, I just think his pressure. I mean, Bilal just controlled the entire fight, dude.
Yeah, I mean, after this move, though, like even a lot of the analysts and a lot of the reviews I read, everybody was saying that.
No, I think he reversed him. He reversed him right after that. He had a sick reversal right after that, I believe.
I think the referee. I love this guy. He does a great job. But me, if I was a referee, I would have stood them up a lot of times.
You can't when someone's on your back.
Fuck that.
When someone's on the back, it's a dominant position. You cannot stand them up.
I'm like, stand the
fuck
fuck
up. Like the guy
up.
that's. If you're the guy on bottom and someone's on your back, it's your job to get him off your back.
Fuck that. I would get fired as a referee.
I don't like his red shorts. Stand him up.
I'd be like, this shit's boring. I'm like, this shit boring. Get the fuck up.
No, his haircut sucks. Get that
stupid
guy.
ass shorts.
I was wondering why. He didn't want to stand him up because it's the rules.
Because he was on his back.
Fuck that. It's boring.
It is boring.
I know. No, I know. I love it.
But it's the sport, and that's what I'm saying. Like Bilal does not care what people are going to say about his fighting style. He's going to win, right? Like that's
that ref. He makes the least mistakes. He's a great ref. But I'm just saying, if I was the ref, I would have stood them the fuck up.
Have you ever reffed a UFC fight?
No.
An MMA fight?
They wouldn't let him because he's standing people up.
No. I be when people is bored on the field, I be putting them on the ground.
Man, I will say it's pretty big for Bilal Muhammad to win this one for all the Palestinian fans right now too. It's a big time for him to win a world title.
That's gotta hurt the neck. Look at that.
He blocked that one.
Catches himself.
Bro, it seems like Bilal's like pretty well-rounded. I want to know what it is about this guy's like.
He's well-rounded, yeah.
His strategy though. There's something that goes to him, right? I mean, is it just like, is he looking at the fighter? Is he looking at the position he's in? It seems like he's never not in control of the fight.
I think they did a very good job game planning this fight too. Even like the takedowns he went for when he's against the cage, he like looked for certain finishes. I think they were very well prepared for this fight, and I do think that Leon Edwards did not look good. I don't think he was completely focused. He wasn't fighting the hands when the guy was on his back. Like, see how Bilal Muhammad right there is fighting hands? Someone's on your back, you push the hands down, you try to get him off your back. You just didn't see that kind of urgency from Leon Edwards. And then Leon Edwards takes his back for the rest of the round.
Hey, no disrespect, but look at Mike Beltran, the referee. Look at him. He's a good ref. He was like bored out of his motherfucking mind. He's the ref in there. I'm saying he's a better person than me. I would have, but this is good. He almost got something. But the other times, he was just on his back. He was just hanging out there doing nothing.
Well, you're doing something. You're controlling someone.
I hate these gold gloves, man. These gold gloves, they just look weird. And then like gold on gold, you got to separate them or something to it. And then Bobby Green and Patty Pillman, they both had red shorts. Did you notice that too?
One was orange.
They did, yeah.
One was orange.
There was kind of like red. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
You know,
But one guy was black, one guy was white. They wasn't gonna confuse those two though.
Rampage.
What?
You can't say that.
Whoa, like,
Not
just
I
white.
can't state the obvious.
Not just white. Like,
The obvious?
He was not like
That was obvious.
So it doesn't
The black
obviously
guy
need to
wearing
be said.
one black guy's wearing red shorts, kind of reddish, and then one white guy's wearing red
Orange.
shorts.
One's red, one's orange. That's like me saying, well, I was wearing purple and brown. Well, they both look purple. No, one's purple, one's brown.
one's purple, one's orange.
Yeah.
It was a different. It was a different shade of red. Luke Rockhold is right.
Cool.
It's two different shades of red.
That's crazy that you were that color coordinated. You'd be able to see that with the naked eye.
You said you wanted to hang out with a naked guy.
yeah. What did you?
No,
What
the
did you go with that?
naked eye.
Oh, the naked
That's
eye.
what, no, remember you said yesterday.
Hey, flag.
No, remember yesterday you said that you have a naked eye.
No, I had a contact stuck in my eye yesterday.
Rampage. I think we should get a card system. We'll get red cards and yellow cards. We just pull them out.
Oh my God,
Let's
like
get a
pride.
Let's do it.
let's get a
Yeah,
Jackson
yeah.
cards, please.
Yeah.
Oh my
we
God.
need a call. We need to have. We
Yeah,
each have. We
I
each
agree.
have.
Incredible.
Yeah,
should
yeah.
all
We
just gotta
like
have our
a
own
flag.
cards.
Yeah.
Hey.
We should do flags like the NFL, and every time someone says something, we throw.
Hey,
a
well,
flag.
pulling them up.
Yeah.
I agree. And another thing,
Dallas-
I want to take.
Jackson Discord. Can we get flags, please?
I want to take bare seat. I want to sit on that side of the table. What do you think? What do you think?
No,
I
no,
mean,
you're the main reason why people
I mean, this
watch.
is the Rampage Jackson podcast.
No, it's not.
Yes,
no,
it
it's
is.
not. No, it's not. This is our podcast.
Hey, but we do have a revamp. We're doing a whole new studio here pretty soon. Heard we're getting mics.
We don't have
Chairs?
Well, this is a problem.
Rugs?
Every time you're in here, you put your whole mouth around the mic, and that's why it don't work. Maybe if you stopped doing that, we wouldn't have to buy new ones every week. Between him and Craig Jones, you locked them in here for a week. You know what's gonna happen? Moisture everywhere.
But fuck all that. Quit dancing around. I want to be
What
on this
am I
side.
dancing around?
I want to be on that side of the
Let's
table.
go dancing.
Not with you. I want to do the front. I want to be the front.
No, I have a horrible sighting. And you
Okay,
get a lineup.
what they got to do with me?
You got a lineup.
Now, this is what I want.
You one third away from looking like Blade. You good from the side. I can't get the side angle like you. You have a lot of muscularness to you.
No, I want that angle right there. Where
But you don't have that, brother.
No, because
how do you
I
do-
look at myself on the camera. It looks like I'm wider than I really is.
That's why I hide behind the table.
Hey, no offense, but how do you think Blade looked in the new Deadpool? Looked a little
Horrible.
Old. Looked a little old though. I mean, everyone else looked their part, but like Blade.
Nah, Blade was
didn't-
cool,
I
but
didn't
I
see
just
I don't know.
I
Blade,
didn't
they
see it.
could have used some special effects.
took-
He looked old,
real?
man. He was pulled back.
Yeah, I
Everything was falling. It wasn't Blade.
For real.
I don't know. They should have.
Hey, you want to know the
But
funny
they
thing?
needed like a Biden body double.
But you know what? He might be honest because vampires not supposed to age.
Man,
they should
He's
have
not a
did like-
vampire. He kills a vampire.
No, he's
Well,
half
he is.
vampire.
He's
He
half
is a
vampire.
He's
How's he half vampire?
He's a daywalker.
He's a daywalker. He's a vampire.
He's
But he
half-
just don't. He
he's a
just
half
don't.
breed. He's like
Yeah, he's a
He's a
half
half
breed.
breed.
yeah.
Who's a half breed?
Blade.
This isn't Harry Potter, Muggle
Yeah,
Warts.
he's like
What are you
King
talking
Henry.
about?
He's a daywalker.
That's like an actual thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know
his
that.
His mom was pregnant with him when she got attacked by a vampire, and he
Yeah.
was born. So
Like
that's why.
Twilight.
I think that's the problem is he looked like he ate.
He has to feed himself blood, right?
not
Yeah,
supposed to
like a
Yes,
serum. He
yes.
had to do some type
He had
of
to
shit.
do the drip serum. We all know about the drip serum.
All right, we're all not watching this fight because it was so boring.
No, we're
really
gonna get
boring.
back to it real quick, but I have a funny story. So Luke Rockhold was with us on Sunday. Every Sunday Funday, we've been doing dinners and food, keeping everybody together, nice. And I'm staying lean, so I take Luke on a run. He stays behind me. I got a lot of speed.
You took Luke to dinner?
No, we all went to dinner, the whole squad.
Oh, okay.
But this guy gets up during the middle of the movie during Deadpool versus Wolverine, and he starts stretching. But we're sitting in the front row. So the whole movie theater is watching this guy stretch. And as Deadpool is doing reverse triangle chokes and darces, Luke's at the movie theater doing this in front of the whole movie theater.
Shadow boxing?
No, I don't believe that. Luke wouldn't.
I
do
got
that.
video footage.
Well, hey, people had to pay extra for that, dude.
What do you mean? This is the worst part. The waiter comes over to me and goes, "Oh my God, that's Luke Rockhold."
See?
And I
You're
go,
paying money
"Yes."
for
He
this.
goes, "If I knew that was Luke Rockhold, I wouldn't have been so mean to the guy." Because Luke was over here asking for Sour Patch, water, nachos, pizza. The guy ordered one of everything on the menu because he heard the company card was paying for everything.
Damn, you can eat pizza and be that jack, bro?
Bro, I
need
don't
some
know what you
jeans.
guys are all talking about, but all I know is I looked over and Bear was in the bottom of fucking Dom's popcorn. I've never seen it. Hey,
why
hey,
is that?
he was
I buy
trying to find
everybody
like a
popcorn.
Cracker Jack's toy or some shit. I was like, what the fuck?
The dumb have it sitting in his lap.
Hey, he's like, get the Cracker Jack box.
What's going on here? You know, this is crazy. This is like at the fair where Luke Rockhold and Rampage went to play the fair game. Who's stronger? So they get the sledgehammer.
Luke cheated.
And Luke cheated.
Oh.
And he won, and he beat everybody
How
by
did
a
he cheat?
because Luke went and figured out the system, the technique that if you,
That's cheating?
Yeah, he cheated.
yeah, he cheated.
Figuring out the technique is cheating?
Yeah, he cheated. Well, he beat Rampage by double, so you know that's cheating.
He cheated.
Well, I mean, he might have more.
you
He
all.
might have more rhythm in his.
Yeah,
in his-
I think
what
Father
she
Time. I think
said.
Father Time helped him out because I couldn't get all the power that I wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
And then Rampage beat him at the water gun game.
Hey, I beat him at the water gun.
That's
game.
what your girl said too.
He better not have fucked one of my girls.
He probably did.
One of them.
He probably did.
I mean my girl. He
Rampage, I thought
better
we-
not have fucked my girl.
Like, what's the roster look like?
Hey,
4,
Rampage, when we
5?
taking the when we taking
Yeah, what's
the
your
boat out?
stable like?
Yeah,
dude?
what's the stable? You have any thoroughbreds?
When we taking the boat out?
Yeah, we're gonna do that soon.
Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. This
gotta
is
get ready for
amazing. These two guys, you take these two guys in a Vietnamese coffee shop, and they're just cleaning up like Deadpool and Wolverine. What's up? Why?
What?
Why you get all like scared to say anything funny?
Oh, you don't want me to say wow.
I already know. I already know what's coming.
Me and Luke go be on a boat with a bunch of blondes and big titty girls, and we go pass by Bear on a boat with a bunch of male strippers and shit.
I knew it. I knew it was coming. I get bullied. I consistently get bullied on this show.
Oh, you the one that bullied
I
everybody.
can't wait.
Hey, with a big American flag. This is Newport.
This guy took a photo of his belt buckle and posted it to his Instagram. Said, "Look at my crotch." That's what he did as his main feed photo. You see what I got to deal with?
Hey.
But I'm the bad guy.
You the bad guy, man.
You're the
you
one
always
looking
making
at
fun
it.
of me, man.
You're the one
I
looking
took
at
the
it.
photo for him. How am I not supposed to look at it?
Damn.
Yeah. No, what do you mean? No, don't try to spin it on me and say, "Damn."
How
Like,
did that?
It was probably your idea to make
Oh,
the
he said
photo.
that looks so good.
oh, really?
Let me get a
like,
close up of this.
Really? That's what we doing here?
Could have got a little more
Bro,
birth in there.
I don't know. Hey, how come I wasn't invited to the Sunday fun day though?
Because you were at the strip club, brother.
I don't go to strip clubs on Sunday.
Well, whatever. You were throwing ones at these girls. What do you want me to do?
What was
Before
I
we
doing?
talk about the girls
I
with
was,
the
you
ones.
see that he said everybody was invited that watch Deadpool.
Bro,
I
we
wanted
went
to watch
the fair
Deadpool.
the day before, dude. I lost hundreds of dollars to Tiki in the basketball game. Hey, look at these elbows. Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah, he
little too
waited
late.
about 20 minutes too late
Why do you say that?
because it's 30 seconds left in the fight.
He woke
And
up.
that's how he should have been fighting.
He woke up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
It was just hit.
But what is it about him? Like, why he obviously had it in him. Why do you think he couldn't just figure it out? He couldn't pull the trigger, or is it just?
I don't know, man. You're fighting at 5 a.m. in front of your home crowd. I'm not sure. That's a tough one to say. Like the psychology of every fighter is a little bit different. I don't know, like why he shelled up and why he wasn't going after the kill. I mean, you don't know what he's dealing with, right?
Hey, with all due respect, Leon Edwards is champion and stuff, but
He was.
he was champion.
No,
but,
once a champion, always a champion.
But but let's think about it. His fight with Usman, you know what I'm saying? Usman was winning that fight.
The whole fight.
The whole fight.
Yeah.
Then he got kicked, which is That says a lot about Leon Edwards, you know. So I was thinking that he was going to pull off the same thing, like that comeback moment.
That'd have been sick.
That's why I thought because that was my first time seeing him fight. That fight, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that's his MO. He gets his ass kicked the whole fight, then he comes back.
But he won the second fight pretty handily. He beat Usman pretty soundly on the second fight.
Did he?
Yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt.
This fight is just, it's hard to get up for a guy like Bilal. Bilal is just so in your face and just got such a erratic game plan. He's just so much pressure. It's really hard to click in. And it's, you hesitate. The guy does not hesitate and he comes forward with so much pressure and so much in your face.
And he's hungry. He's got everything to gain, right? He hasn't been the champion yet. He's been trying to prove himself. It's like the old stallion fighting the young bull, right? Someone's going to come harder.
What's next for Tada Muhammad?
Bilal?
Bilal.
I'd like to see him fight Shavkat.
Yeah.
Shavkat, I think, is the fight to make for this dude.
Yeah.
Well, we're hearing about
that's just super interesting.
We're hearing about them giving Usman a shot at the title against Bilal.
Really?
And that's been all over the internet the last couple of days. Yeah, what do we think about that?
Why does that make sense?
Just because they're saying that he deserves it, I guess.
No.
He hasn't been fighting, and he fought a weight class up.
I know. It's been all over the internet. And I saw Lauren Seiko. She was talking about it after the fight. I saw a bunch of people were talking about it after the fight, during this fight.
Are you
right
still
when the
cool
fight
with that
ended.
girl, Lauren Seiko? Because I saw you shoot your shot with her when she was here, and she was like, I'm married. And
I'd never shot my shot with
You
her.
shot your
you
shot with
tried,
her.
and you offered her your T-shirt as a sweater because she was cold. And then
But that wasn't me. I'm a Southern gentleman. But I thought that
you're a what?
I'm from Memphis. I'm a Southern gentleman. You don't even know what that
are
is.
A what?
I'm a Southern gentleman. I am. Did Leon really think that he had a chance?
No.
He knew he lost right here. Huh?
I'm surprised it was 48-47. Thought it should have been 49-46.
Wow.
Would you go into judging, TJ? Would you go into judging?
No.
Because you think it'd be the kind of bias because you know a lot of people?
No, I'm just trying to make money.
There ain't no money in there.
No.
How much you think they get paid?
I don't know. It's athletic commission. Not really sure. You get paid by the athletic commission, probably nothing.
Probably shit. Huh? Yeah. Why do it then? Why people do it?
Because maybe it's better than some other jobs, right?
Because they got nothing else.
Hey, we got to talk about this DC moment right here, though. There was an interaction between Bilal and DC, and people are saying, did DC have any intention on miscalling Leon the champ?
See, that's my old teammate in the back right there, the black guy, Lewis.
Where'd you train with him at?
Lassen Junior College.
Why's it got to be the black guy?
He was black. He still is.
You didn't change?
He didn't change.
Switch teams?
No, he didn't switch teams like Barrett.
So wait, what did you do to DC? I'm still
Right
waiting
here. This is an interesting green.
It's at the
choice.
end.
What do we? What's right here?
Still waiting for this moment.
So he talks about his nutritionist.
He didn't like that one.
I mean, let's just get real. I've worked with Ian Lars, and he ain't serving up secret sauce like that. No, hey, you're taking some other sauce, I guess, because Ian's sauce ain't that saucy. It's all right. Ian's a good dude, but he ain't serving.
But you were asking,
food ain't making you change your game like that.
So
I think it's just an honest mistake.
Yeah. So was that just an honest mistake
What
by
did
DC?
he say?
So you were talking at the end of it, but he after he walks away from Bilal, he goes to Leon Edwards and he says the new champion. He starts saying Leon Edwards' name. I think he just messed up.
I think you.
I don't think it was.
So it's just an honest mistake between him and DC.
Yeah.
All right. Because everybody's saying because he patted DC on his stomach
People
and
just
said,
like,
"Look at you! Since you stopped fighting, you let yourself go." And then DC names the wrong champion. So I think the internet's just trying to make something out of nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Always like normal.
Like normal.
Yeah.
So the whole thing about you and Luke, that's just the internet.
What about?
I feel like I'm sitting between two tigers, just ready to pounce on me.
Tigers.
Wouldn't you like
Why
that?
did you say it like that? Wait, hold on. Why did you say it like that?
I just feel like I'm sitting between two tigers.
God damn, sounds like a wet dream to me, man.
But I meant like you guys are too bro. I meant to say like you guys are like
Bro, you're always gonna lose if you try to fucking insult Rampage.
No, but I meant
You're always gonna
I'm
lose.
sitting next to two like big strong guys.
That's not what you said.
Two big, strong
tigers.
You want a leopard? You want a leopard in there too, buddy?
I'm sitting between two big strong guys and a leopard. What? I can't say that. Wait, is that
That's
bad?
why,
Bro, you can say whatever you want.
That's why he wants to sit here, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
Sitting
yeah.
two tigers.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
never
mind
getting that
sitting
shit.
between two strong guys. Makes me feel safe.
I'm sure it does.
I'm never giving that chair.
Why? Wait.
I'm sure it does.
Whoa! Walk in here like that again, and I'll show you a tiger. Yeah, I'll kill you.
I'm sitting between two tigers.
No, I didn't say it like that.
How you say it? My bad.
I'm sitting between two strong guys. Why you laugh? Why you laugh?
My bad.
Is that bad to say? Is he not as strong as
Why,
you thought?
why wasn't invited to the Deadpool on Sunday?
Brother, we only had so many seats.
Oh, okay.
And you see what
You should be
happened
seat
was-
number 1, dude.
Yeah.
No, he is. But what happened at the fair was chaos. He slapped two fans.
Did you really? Did they ask you to?
No, they didn't ask for it.
He said, "You want to see what it looks like to be the black Antonio Inoki?" I go, "What does that even mean?" He goes, "Watch this." And he goes, "Whack." And
Why'd you smack him?
Yeah, why did you smack those two kids?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Rampage loves the clap. The double clap is kind of a
Hey, it's
go-to.
pretty funny.
I kind of back it too. I'm not.
I
Gonna
backed
lie.
it. I thought it was funny. I was ready to go to
What's
war
the
for
double
you.
clap?
I would have wore the Jason master.
Oh, 2 of them in a row.
Yeah,
And he was wearing
it
a
kept
Jason
slipping
mask.
off. It kept slipping.
But you can get
It
away
was
with it because it's part of your thing.
Yeah, it
Like,
makes.
oh, I meant no offense by it.
If it slips off, get one that fits you. You'll be fine.
No. I'm
Hey,
saying
let,
something.
let's just get this real. Rampage gets away with a lot of things that we can't get away with.
That's not true.
Yes, it does.
That's
You
not
kicked someone at the fair.
I didn't kick nobody.
I'm getting arrested if
You
I do that
stopped
for
the
sure.
whole roller coaster.
No,
'Cause
yeah.
you
'Cause
could've
it was
fit in
too
the-
small. It was too small.
Brother,
you
you-
want to go riding a kiddie roller coaster?
It wasn't a kiddie roller coaster. You were scared to go on it.
I wasn't scared to go.
You were.
on it.
You looked at me in the
I did
eyes.
see a video you get off.
I have the video footage.
I couldn't. The thing wouldn't fit.
You called the guy Czech Congo.
But if it's
Oh, he did look like Jay Congo.
but if it's a kiddie ride and it wouldn't fit, like what's like,
It
what's the
wasn't a
big deal?
kiddie ride, and he had told me,
He-
"Hey, I don't go on these rides because I get nervous. I get stomach
Bro,
like issues.
Bear,
and I don't want it to come
Bear
out."
is spoiled as fuck. He made everybody get on the fucking ride. He made everybody get in, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. I didn't want to ride. I don't ride fucking rides. I'm 46 years fucking old.
You had a
what the
knapsack
fuck I'm
filled
doing on a fucking roller coaster? And he wouldn't take no for an answer, and I couldn't fit. I had my backpack and shit with me. The damn thing wouldn't close. My legs were too goddamn big. And so we had to, he said, no, we going to ride in the front like he's a motherfucking kid. I'm like, I don't want to be on this motherfucker. Like, come on, man. He begging, come on. I didn't want to ride that shit. Weak ass roller coaster.
Hey, while the fair's still going on, can we bring Congo in for a little fair night for the boys?
You want to bring Czech Congo to the fair with this guy?
Yes.
No, not a chance.
That'd be a
We'll
nightmare.
go to jail.
Yeah, that'd be a nightmare.
This guy was walking around with a
Congo's a big kid.
Freddie Jason
Congo's a
looking
big kid.
Freddy Krueger mask.
Oh, I know.
Congo
That's what I'm
seems
saying.
You're
Hey,
a bigger kid.
Hey, let's wait till after CGI. Have a couple cocktails on the menu. You know,
Luke,
have a good time.
Luke, do you remember when you were a kid and you used to blow bubbles?
Again, where are we going with this?
No, it was a little kid. It was a little kid right there blowing bubbles, and Bear was making fun of him.
I can't even say that.
Nah,
I take that part off.
but you remember when you was a kid, you used to blow bubbles. You remember when you was a kid, you used to blow bubbles.
Like bubbles.
Yeah. We saw bubbles at the fair. He said it to you. Hello.
With that being said, that's the Jackson Podcast, and we out.